good? What's good, baby? It's your boy Trex, the sports junkie. Welcome to the NBS Show. Man, look, before I even pass it off to my brothers, TikTok, y'all gotta relax. Relax. Hold on. We're not doing that. We're not coming for me like that. I know I did bad on my picks this past week. I'm gonna shake back this week. It was a rough week for y'all, boy, man. 0-5 on my picks. LSU lost. The Saints lost. It wasn't one of them weeks, bruh. But nonetheless, see, man. Hopefully it was better for you, bro. What's up, man?
Hey man, it was a rough week for me too, bro. And I didn't hit on any parlays. I put in 6 this weekend. Hit nothing, bro. So I lost money this weekend. Both my teams lost. I didn't have a boxing match or something to bail me out of my funk or nothing like that. So yeah, it wasn't too good, man. Wasn't too good, bro. Moral victories. The Saints didn't look too bad.
It didn't. It didn't. It
So
didn't look bad.
a moral victory there. But other than that, man, bad weekend inside.
Bruh, and I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, but I'm here. We gonna push through. You know what it is. Oh, yeah, but box
What about
office,
you,
what
my
up,
son?
man?
Hey man, I'm starting to believe it or not. I'm starting to feel bad for y'all. Bruh, the Saints stink. I mean, that's obvious. So they lost another game, but then LSU lost. I mean, I think I've clowned y'all so much over the years that now I'm starting to feel bad. And
Nah,
see, listen to this. My day started off terribly at the 1 o'clock games on Sunday. All my parlays were done at 4 o'clock, bro. All of them.
wow.
And listen to this. I put in a bet. I always do a bet for at least 1 or 2 parlays for the primetime game. So I put in a bet for the Cowboys Packers, bruh, $10 for 1,500. And my last leg was Packers win. And I hit everything else. And obviously it ended in a tie. So they voided that leg, which means they just get rid of that leg. So they bring down my payout to 1,000. So I still won $1,000, which is
Oh,
great.
that's love.
Still great. But then the Packers, but imagine had they won, that would have been another 500 on it. And then listen to this. This was crazy last night, bruh. I put in 3 parlays, $10 each. I lost on all of them by 1 leg. It was the same leg. I needed a Gesicki catch for 7 more yards. And I would have won off of those $30, $2,000.
Wow.
Bro.
I almost had a crazy good weekend and crazy odds. But, bro, I'm sitting there. Gesicki had 1 catch for 8 yards in the first half. I needed 2 catches, 15 yards at least. Bruh, the whole second half, I'm yelling at Jake Browning. Get the ball out. Get the ball out. Bro, it's not all him, though. No one could have survived on that. Tom Brady could have came back, would not survive on that. That was insane how bad their line was, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's the whole Bengals thing. Their line is terrible, and it's been terrible, and it's looked like it's gonna be terrible. So
It
I
was
mean,
awful.
if I'm Burrow, I don't rush myself back. I saw you had like a December timetable. Hey, bro, you won't see me again until next September. If I'm
I think they said that just in case they're in the race, the Bengals are out of the race. I know they're only 2-2. They're gonna get destroyed rest of the way.
Wow.
It's over, bro.
Just
there's no reason
shoot down my Super Bowl pick, huh?
Oh, they're
brother.
done, man. They are terrible. Without
blame
Burrow,
the offensive line in Cincinnati, bro.
Man, that's crazy.
Bro,
man.
blame the offensive line in Cincinnati, man. It ain't us.
And,
I'm just pointing out the obvious.
And I lost in my fantasy matchup in the NBS league, bro. Let me tell you this. Bro, I'm laughing at my brother-in-law because I'm like, bro, this dude's starting 2 backup running backs, bro. And I'm sitting there like, bro, I'm going to blow him out, bro. The 2 backup running backs this fool starts, bro, is Justice Hill for the Ravens at like 33. I'm like, bro, what? And then Warren is a scratch right before the game, And Kenny Gainwell gets like 30 something too. I'm
Gainwell
like,
had a
bro.
great game. Yeah.
Hey, bro, this weekend, I left it back there. I am so done with this weekend. I don't even want to look back at this weekend, bro. It is what it is. We're going to look forward to this fire week. I mean, look. There's not as many games, but there's still some fire matchups in college and in the NFL. And we're going to get to it. But before we get there, box office, what we starting with?
All right, let's get to another crazy weekend in college football. We had Georgia lose to Alabama. Told y'all, boys. We had Oregon beating Penn State, which none of us predicted except Jasper.
Right.
We had LSU get upset, or I should say, beat by Ole Miss. Ole Miss was the favorite. We had a crazy Tennessee Mississippi State game. So tell me your winners and losers doesn't have to be from those games, just in general, but a crazy weekend in college football.
You want me to? You got to see. You want me to go first?
Crazy weekend. I'm good.
Yeah, you good? You can hear me?
I'm good.
You are now.
Okay, yeah. No, the box office had been freezing on me, but all right. This weekend, everything that I thought was gonna go on, I call this my could have been weekend. If I went with my first mind, I would have hit on a couple of them games. But especially especially the Alabama game, because I don't know why I just figured Georgia was just gonna find a way to win, which they almost did. And they didn't. Alabama just went out there and they did what they did for the last couple of years. They went out there and beat Georgia. So I mean, I thought about Georgia being at home. That was going to be the deciding factor. It was not. Also, the Penn State thing. I don't know if I said it out loud. I know when we were picking it, I was going in. Everything in my mind said Oregon. And I think I talked myself into it, saying that it was a whiteout night game at Penn State. And I was like, yeah, I can't go against Penn State on the whiteout because I just like it. I think in college football more than any sport, home field means more, especially when you have a tradition like that. I think that means more. I think it means more for the players, the coaching, and everything. I think it affects the visitors more. And I believe in that whiteout. You know what I mean? So I thought that they were going to go in there. And Oregon hadn't really showed me anything to make me think that they were just that type of team that could go over there and overcome all of that and win. You know what I mean? So they did. So I should have gone with that one. And again, my Tigers, bro. My Tigers, they let me down. And had I not been, if I went with my heart instead of my head, and you know, I'll freely admit that. And it was just because if we have any kind of team, and I believe we have a really good team this year, we usually win a game like that. But this game exposed our biggest weakness, and it's our inability to push the ball downfield and score. That's our biggest weakness, and that was supposed to be our biggest asset coming into the season. Nussmeier coming back for his 5th year, and he's seeming to be probably he's not our biggest weakness, but he's part of our biggest weakness because we cannot get that ball downfield for those big plays that usually get us in the position to score. Now it didn't help that we were missing our starting running back. And you know, we had a freshman in there in Harlem Berry trying to get his career going, and we had Juwan Johnson, who's he's a player that plays some of everything, but we couldn't get the running game going like we should have been able to. Ole Miss, they held suit. They did their thing, man. I couldn't be mad at them. We had a couple of big opportunities that we missed there. And that's what happened, man. When you're not the defense, I think, still played pretty well. They played pretty well. They gave away a couple of plays that I thought that we shouldn't have done. But for the most part, they held Lacey under 100 yards. He didn't have no huge runs. Lee, he got a couple of good receptions. Ended up with 70 yards. He looks like he's gonna be a pretty good wide receiver. But I think that what pissed me off more is Lane Kiffin. I just don't like the dude, and him being able to celebrate at the end. You know, he tries to he gets his troll on, and you know his daughter dating Whit Weeks. So he talking about, yeah, I'm looking for my girlfriend, my daughter's boyfriend in the game. I'm like, boy, shut up. He finna go plow your daughter while you talking, boy. So, you know, I was just upset that my weekend went down from there.
Okay, all right. Well, my biggest loser, I'm gonna say, is Penn State, bro. And the reason why is because, you know, you could say LSU on the road. You know, Georgia was at home. I understand that. But for me, I felt like Penn State, bro. Y'all know I had them winning the national championship. A lot of people thought that Penn State had a chance to win the national championship. You got Oregon with a new
They still do.
quarterback. No, they can. They actually, Ohio State lost last year in the regular season and turned around and won the championship. So I
It's
get
not
it.
like you pick Clemson or something.
Stop. But what really made me disappointed in Penn State was, you know, I had Drew Allen as my Heisman front runner to start the season, and he made a couple of throws. I was like, okay, that's the Drew Allen I'm thinking. You know, that's the guy I should see on a consistent basis. But he's really inconsistent in these big games. Last year, going back to Notre Dame, I thought he was inconsistent in that game. This game, he was inconsistent. Even going back to Oregon last year, the two matchups. The second one was a shootout, but I think they both was a shootout. But the second one, I mean, he started making throws when the game was pretty much out of hand. I felt like kind of going back and forth. But my biggest takeaway from that game was Penn State. When Oregon scored in overtime, Penn State intercepted or they what it was a block or something. It was an extra point. They didn't get the extra point. I forgot how it went down. I don't really remember because I watched so much football this week. Was it a block? I thought they intercepted it. I felt like they went for it the second time. Right? It was a double overtime.
Yeah,
it was double overtime. They had to go for two, and they intercepted Dante Moore in the end zone.
Right.
And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, okay, you got the interception. Now all you got to do is go score a touchdown and get them 2-point conversion, and you win the game. It's over with. Like, there's nothing Oregon can do about it. And I thought Penn State was prime. And on the very first play, Drew Allen throws it right to. Now, I thought the play call was fire. But for whatever reason, Drew Allen tried to throw a dot instead of kind of like over the defender's head. And he didn't get it over his head. And it was a pick. Good play by the defensive player. I forgot his name. I'm not going to lie. I got to say I'm feeling under the weather. But great pick by him. And I think that's what left the sour taste in my mouth because it was a whiteout. You were at home. Coach Franklin, they always talk about how he struggles in these big games. You had the opportunity to win the game. Go out there, score a touchdown, hit the 2 points, and you win. You beat Oregon. And they didn't do it. The very first play of the second overtime, Drew Allen throws the interception. And I'm just like, come on, man. I'm like, God, I can't get one game right now. Last week, I'm like, God, dogging. I get everything wrong. But yeah, that's my biggest loser. As far as biggest winner, I'll give you your props, box office. It's Bama. Bama lost to Florida State, first game of the season, by 14. They look like a completely different team this past week against Georgia. You said it. I always say Kirby Smart's the best coach. But Kalen DeBoer, he jumped on him. They held on. I don't understand why Kirby. I understand why Kirby. You can hear me? Oh, look, let me ask you.
Two straight wins against Kirby.
Right. let me say this. I understand why he went for it on 4th and 1, but I'm looking at George. I'm saying, tie the ball game. Just tie the ball game. And then after that, we can just see where it goes from there. And I didn't like the play calling. I didn't love it on 4th down. I thought Georgia had the opportunities, but nonetheless, it was at home. You're Georgia. You've been getting dominated by Alabama, whether it's Saban on the board. At the end of the day, bro, Georgia, that's their Achilles heel right there. That's their kryptonite. They cannot beat Alabama for whatever reason. They struggle against Bama. So shout out to Bama. Bama's my biggest winner. Going on the road, knocking off Georgia. That's not an easy task because no other team does it outside of Alabama on a consistent basis in the SEC. So I got Bama as my biggest winner because
Until this year.
nobody picked them, but box office. Box office was convinced that it was going to happen, and it happened. So shout out to Bama. You can say ifs. You can say ifs all day you want. They beat them. So Bama is my biggest winner.
All right. I'm going to go with my biggest loser. And I was close to thinking and saying Penn State. However, their schedule rest of the way isn't terrible. So they could still be okay. My loser is actually LSU. And honestly, I think we have to start accepting the fact that Clemson and LSU played in week 1, and they have the same issue. Both have solid defenses, but then the offenses are bad. And LSU can't win a national title with Nussmeier playing like this. Like, he has to pick it up a whole nother level. The offense, I believe, was 2 out of 11 on 3rd down. They were terrible. Every time they needed a big stop or a big conversion, they couldn't make it happen. I actually put money on LSU. I was pissed off, actually. Great play call by Lane Kiffin on 4th and 3.
But I was so mad about that. I'm like, dog, you know he's gonna have a run pass option. You know that.
Right. And it was ballsy too. I mean, they could have kicked a long field goal, made an 8-point game. They also could have punted it if you weren't that confident in your field goal kicker. They could have done a variety of things. They did something ballsy, and had they failed, LSU's pretty much at midfield, and they would need a touchdown to win it. So great call by Lane Kiffin there. But I think LSU's the big loser because their offense hasn't done anything this year. I want to say, let me see. I'm looking at their schedule. The most points they've scored all year is 20 points against a Power 4 school. They have not scored over 20 against a Power 4 school. That is not good. They could have potentially lost that Florida game if Lagway didn't throw 5 picks. I mean, just little better quarterback play in that game, and that game's a little different. So LSU has to pick it up offensively. And it's crazy. Brian Kelly has been there, had a Heisman-winning quarterback, but the defense stunk. Last year, again, the defense stunk. Now the defense looks good. The offense stinks. He just can't put it together yet. And the worst part is another reason why LSU's a loser is their schedule. Now it's actually about to get real. They've got South Carolina, Vandy, A&M, and Alabama. That's their next 4 games. So if you think they're going 4-0, you're delusional. They're going to lose another one of those games. I mean, I'm not trying to be a hater here. I think you're going to need to score some points in those 4 games. So it's going to be tough. And they've got Vandy and Alabama on the road. So LSU to me is a loser just because I think the loss is at a bad time. My winner is Virginia. I mean, we'd never talk Virginia football on here because there's no need to. We talk Virginia basketball, but
1 year.
Dude, they are 3-1, and they just beat Florida State. That was a huge win at home. Florida State looked like you could make the argument they were the best team in the country with how they looked on the eye test. But Virginia gets a huge win in overtime. or in 2 overtimes, a game they led the whole time. They should have won that game the way it was going Friday night. And now, for the first time in a long time, since 2019, is Virginia ranked. They are actually number 24, I believe, in the country now. And if you look at their schedule, they're 3-1, or sorry, they're 4-1. Their schedule is actually favorable rest of the way. They literally play, the toughest game is actually this weekend at Louisville. They don't play Clemson. They don't play Miami. They don't play none of those teams. Virginia can actually have a 9-win team, believe it or not, the way I'm looking at the schedule. So Tony Elliott is their head coach. He was under Dabo as offensive coordinator there for a couple of years, and it's finally working, it seems like. So shout out to Tony Elliott. Virginia is my winner.
Real quick, because I didn't say it. Because I actually, my phone. That's why I got off. I had to reset my computer. My actual loser and winner out of the same game, LSU is the biggest loser, and is one major reason for me, and it's because with that loss they dropped from number 4 in the polls all the way down to number 13, and I don't even see how that happens. That's ridiculous to me. They basically flip-flop with Ole Miss in the polls because of their loss. And the winner is Ole Miss because of the same exact reason. They skyrocketed and moved up to number 4 in the polls. So I know it's a little early in the season to worry about the polls, but I don't like the optics of it. Box office says we have a tough 4-game stint coming up. So you can't really afford to lose any of those games. Because you drop, think about it, you drop 9 spots from losing to a top 20 team. You lose to any of these guys, you may drop out the whole poll. You know what I mean? That's what's crazy. So I think that was I think that's a conspiracy against LSU. I've never seen anybody drop that far.
Well, I think they're not as impressed with. I think they're not as impressed with the Clemson win anymore, just because Clemson's bad, and I think that's what's hurting them. Like now, LSU doesn't have a fair win or a really good win in their eyes, is what I'm assuming. I don't know.
I think it's just that they don't want to see us up like that. Let me rant right quick. Bright side about LSU. Nussmeier hasn't played good at all this year, but he's going to. I don't think that any of us are under the delusion that this Nussmeier that we're seeing right now is the Nussmeier that we're going to see the entire season. I believe that for some reason he's almost turning the check down Charlie. I understood in the first game nothing was clicking downfield, so they just started trying to get something a little quick, get into a rhythm, get downfield, score. Timeout for that. Open up the offense, throw that ball down there. Try to get some points. Try to get some big plays to energize the team and the crowd. Our defense is so good, we can afford to take chances on throwing a far down the field interception. We probably will stop them. We probably will stop them and they'll have to punt. But just going 3 and out, trying to do this dink and dunk shit, this is not going to work, bro. It's not going to work. I think Nussmeier, he's had 2 bad interceptions this year that I've seen. And the first one was horrible. It's like one of the worst things I ever saw. It's like I get nightmares about it. But the one this week was pretty bad too. He has to get that out of him. I thought that was gone. I thought he left that last season. But you're not going to be a first-round pick if you're doing stuff like that. So he has gone. Kelly needs to get in his head and find what button to push with that man to get him to go ahead and take this team to the next level. Because I got a flash news flash for you, Brian Kelly. This is the best team that you've had so far. and it might be the best team that you have, period, in your tenure at LSU. Because if you do not make the playoffs this year, buddy, I'm going to be sending my donations in to get that buyout for you.
Wow.
So you can't, if you can't do nothing with this team, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I'm not gonna be sitting here defending you no more, bro. Best defense money can buy. We bought some of the best receivers. Nah, bro.
Did y'all see what Lane Kiffin said about that? The dig he took at Brian Kelly.
Oh yeah, talking about they're gonna be in the portal trying to buy him in the portal.
Yeah, basically saying I forgot what was referred to, but he said it costs as much as one of their DBs through the portal.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that one. I saw when he was talking about his receiver, and he was like, no, he's not that good. Yeah, because I say he's gonna be good. They'll be trying to buy him in the portal.
Yeah, but
Kiffin's an asshole. I don't like Kiffin, bro.
See, here's my dad. I don't know whether I like him or not, but I do think that he's good for the sport. Right. I think he's entertaining and he's interesting. So at least, and if he wins a big game, that something's coming out of his mouth, and I think that's good for the sport.
I think his arrogance pisses me off. His arrogance. It wouldn't piss me off if he won, and I know they just beat my team. But he never wins. You never win anything of consequence. And he talks like he is. He talks like he's one of those guys, and he's not. Yeah. And that pisses me off. And I just don't like the way he carries himself. Like,
well, what if he wins it this year?
He's not.
I'm just throwing it out there, bro.
I'll eat this head.
Well, then obviously he won't mind it as much because he backed it up.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Their quarterback, Trinidad Chambers, like, I like the kid, bro. I felt like he struggled early on, but then, like, once he found his rhythm, he gave LSU fits, bro.
He was a D2 quarterback last year.
I think that Kiffin unlocked him. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Kiffin unlocked him, and I'll give Kiffin his credit for that. But like, I know. That's the thing. I know they're not gonna win a national championship, and he talks like he's Bama or Georgia. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like the way he handled this business. I don't like the way he left Tennessee. That kind of pissed me off.
Come on, bro.
I didn't like it, bro. I thought that was. I said, "Oh boy, that was lame."
No, but okay. I know we gotta go on to the next thing, but this is my thing. He left Tennessee to go to USC. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Like he said, USC, and I know he ended up losing his job at USC, but my thing is that was his dream job. Now, whether you and I do believe him when he said that. I do believe that was his dream job. Is the Trojans. But like, just think about it. I know there's ways that you can do things. You can look back and say, "Oh, I would have did this different." But right now, you at Northside. But LSU call you and say, it don't matter what you got going. It could be homecoming weekend at Northside. And hey, she gonna be like, yeah, I hear y'all, but I gotta go. But yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah, I got a couple of people that can help y'all, but I gotta get on this. I gotta get over this bridge right quick.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, I didn't really trip on that, but I get what you said about everything else. Like, you never won anything as far as in college for you to have the arrogance that you display. But to be fair to him, he's coaching at Ole Miss. Now, I know you can say, well, he was at Tennessee, he was at USC, but I'm talking about right now, he's at Ole Miss. Ole Miss is always a relevant team, but they're not like looked upon as a championship type team.
No, but I'm saying, like, I just don't like you said, didn't he leave the Raiders for Tennessee? Or was he fired by the Raiders?
I think he was fired by the Raiders.
He was fired.
Okay. Yeah. I just don't. I get the dream job thing, bro. I don't really believe it. I don't really believe it, bro. I just think that to him it was a better job. And me, myself, personally, I like building stuff. And I think he was building something in Tennessee. And the fact that he got them young men to come there and he sold them on the fact that we building something. You know what I'm saying? And then up and left them like that. I didn't like that. I was kind of I wasn't so mad at Dion because he left Jackson State to come to the big boys. I could understand that, and he took some of them. But Kiffin is just like, I don't know, bro. You tricked me to come to Tennessee.
But no, Tennessee's a program that's up there, bro.
Look, man, if you could go to Tennessee, you had other options.
No, but I'm saying like they get to understand, like, dog, Tennessee is not like no. It's up there, bro. It's one of the better programs.
When Lane Kiffin took the job at Tennessee, that was a bigger job than LSU at the time.
I don't know.
I don't know if I was.
It was.
I don't know if it was, man.
But even if you don't think so, it was right there.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's like nip and tuck. Like as far as it's one of those jobs. So like, I ain't mad at him. Like, but like some people would say that he went. That's what I'm saying. Like USC got his glory days when Pete Carroll got there again. He got back to the glory days. But some people would say that was literally the same type of job. In some people's mind, I'm not saying I agree, but USC. Some people don't view it as what I view USC as a big time program, even though they've been down lately. But it's USC. But I feel like he chose it because that was his dream job.
I just, like I said, I think more of the kid thing. Because if you had the option to go to Tennessee, you probably were offered from Alabama, Georgia, LSU as well. And he didn't trick you to come to Tennessee out of all that. And now I'm stuck in Tennessee while you go to your dream job. This wasn't my dream school. I ain't want to be in Knoxville, bro. What the hell wrong with you, man?
Come on, man. You disrespected Peyton Manning, Peerless Price.
Don't play there no more. I'm here by myself. Them boys don't play here no more. Al Wilson walking through that door, bro. None of them boys coming in, man.
Come on, don't be disrespectful to Tennessee. Tennessee's a big time program, bro.
Bro, ain't no way, man. Ain't no way, bro. I know
Tennessee actually fell off since we was kids. You know, when we was kids, Tennessee was one of the better programs.
I know. I'm just saying, but if you have choices, if I had a choice, like I said, bro, the same guys that go to Tennessee, they were offered at these other schools or whatever. And they end up taking it. Like I said, I went through the recruiting process with Dominic, and Tennessee was coming, bro. They wanted that boy bad, and they was like promising the world. So, like I said, you have your and honestly, that's what I told him. I said, hey, you can go to Tennessee. They're gonna promise you the world. You're gonna get up there. You still gonna be in Tennessee. Whether they coach still there, whether
he hates Tennessee, right?
No, bro. I actually like them. I don't think that they.
No, you hate the state of Tennessee, bro. Like,
no, man. Right? No, bro. They cool, man.
Hey, I got a quick question for y'all. Like for real. Like not trying to be on no bias stuff. Like just the real. I'm just interested to hear y'all answer, and after this we can move on. Not your dream job. What do you think is the best job in college football?
Ooh.
I actually do think it is Texas. I think Texas has it all. So they have the most money, okay? They have the history. They're in a city that has no pro sports teams. But they're also not in a boring city like Tuscaloosa. You know, C mentioned Knoxville. They're still in Austin, Texas. So, plus you're getting the best recruits in the country, Texas. Texas has everything. They literally have everything from the city to the money to the history to the prestige to the everything. Texas has everything. You can make the case maybe USC's up there. I think the issue with like the Ohio States and the Michigans, they're north, so it's cold. Anyone prefers to be where it's nicer, like LA or the South. I truly think it's Texas. I'm not saying that because I'm a Texas. I truly think it is Texas.
All right, let me correct you. I don't want to say this with this hat on. I actually think today the best job in college football is Ohio State. The reason being, it has the history, they have the money, they also have they have the cachet of a SEC school, but they don't have to play the SEC schedule. They don't have to play those SEC teams. They can get the same recruits that the SEC schools can have, but they don't have to play that tough schedule.
But the Big Ten is tough enough, though.
The Big Ten is tough, but not historically as tough as the SEC. They're very top heavy. The Big Ten is very top heavy. Top 4 schools and the rest. So SEC, look, Vanderbilt's ranked. You know what I mean? But I look at it like, as far as recruiting, you don't have any real competition up there to compete with in Ohio. You know what I'm saying? And the whole Big Ten company is you and Michigan fighting for those people that want to play for those Big Ten schools. And you can still dibble and dabble and come down here and get some people. So I think that alone, and they're going to pay you what you weigh. You're going to get paid nicely, handsomely. And I think they'll give you a chance. You'll have a chance. All you have to do is beat Michigan. And you can have mediocre seasons. You beat Michigan, you'll be fine. Now, if you don't, you got to win a national championship. That's Mr. Day. Because they wanted his head on the stick last year until he won the national championship. But I think it's just a good job because you have access. You have access to everything. You have access to everything. The money, the financial resources that you need, as well as the recruiting. And you playing in a conference that you historically dominate as well.
Okay. I think that I've heard, let me stop before I get my answer. I've heard like recruits say Ohio State is like a factory. Like literally like when you go over there, it's like a business decision. It's not like they're trying to develop you to get to the NFL. It's not on no they want you to they want to win, obviously. That's probably their first focal point. But it's almost like a little real life just factory. They just want you to get to the NFL. I don't think there's no wrong answer when you say, the Texas of the world. Texas, that's a great answer what he said. Obviously, the money, where it's at. I definitely agree with
the recruiting location.
Right, the recruiting location is crazy. And then of course Ohio State, like I said, a factory. If you added a team like USC, like box office said, a team like Michigan, I think those teams are up there as well. Michigan took Bryce Underwood right from LSU by paying him as much money as they did. It looked like it turned out to be a great deal for Michigan because Underwood looks kind of nice, bro. That's hard for me to say who I think is the best. The best job, if I got offered any job, I can literally walk into and they said, X, you're going to be successful, but, I want you to be in this. Of course, without being biased, I would say LSU, but I'm not going to be biased. I'm going to just be, man. See, I'm different. See, I'm kind of like box office. I don't want to be in the cold, bro. I'm not choosing Michigan or Ohio State. I think I would lean towards either USC, Texas, Miami even. I would consider Miami for sure. And I know Miami might not be in some people's mind, but I'd probably say the U probably, bro. That's where I would go coach. And I know that might sound crazy to some people, but that's probably where I would want to be. I feel
bro.
like I'd have the resources, the area I want to live in. I feel like I would get them dogs out of Florida. Like that's where I would just probably go. I'd probably go because the Florida and Texas, that California, Florida, Texas, a lot of people say those are the best schools, Louisiana, Georgia, the best schools where the best kids come from high school. But Florida's just different, bro.
I would say this too. It would depend on my coaching stature. Am I a
Right.
first-time head coach, or am I established head coach? And I have my pick of where I want to go, or am I one of these upstart coordinators that's about to get a job? You know what I'm saying? It would depend
Right.
on that's where the best job would be. You wouldn't want. I almost wouldn't want a Texas job. If I was an upstart coordinator. You know what I mean? That has to go there. I wouldn't want to go to Ohio State. I wouldn't want to go to LSU or I might go to Miami because
Yeah,
Miami.
I'm in the ACC, bro. If
Yeah,
I win the ACC, like, what are we doing? Like, it's Miami, bro. Like, I don't know. I would choose Miami, but that's just me. A low key slick one that I know we didn't mention because they don't have like the championship pedigree is Oregon. I would
yeah.
really consider Oregon, bro. I would think about it.
They have the money.
They got the money and they got the sickest uniforms. I can
I,
sell it to the kids.
depending on my age, if I would go to Oregon or not, because my whole angle going to Oregon was I was selling the kids on young, flashy. Look what we're gonna do. We're gonna be doing this. We're gonna be doing that. Look at the uniforms. I'm selling swag. I can't do that as a 60-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? I can do that. I can barely do it now at 46. So
Right.
if I'm going over there, I'd have to be like if I'm a under 40 coach, that would be perfect, Oregon. But why I wouldn't consider LSU is what I just said though, is if I'm one of those new upstart coordinators, my leash isn't gonna be long here. If I'm Brian Kelly, if I had a career like Brian Kelly, that's the only reason why he's still here. Is his resume. Because 3 years max. 3 years max at a school like LSU if you haven't won you haven't made the playoffs in 3 years, boy, get your ass. We don't have that down here. You know what I mean? Think about it. Orgeron won a national championship, and we got him out of here. So this is not a place for a person that's a brand new coach. You have to have some pedigree or be gifted a great team to start off with.
Give me an underrated job. I'll go first, and I've always said this. If I didn't like Texas growing up, I would be a Florida State fan.
Mm-hmm.
I've always liked the Seminoles. They're my favorite Florida school. I think it's an underrated job because you're right in Florida where you get the best recruits. They have the history, Bobby Bowden, Deion Sanders work done, Derek Brooks and all that. Even recently, Jameis Winston won him a national title. Yep. But sometimes it's better being in a Tallahassee than a Miami.
Absolutely.
Sometimes,
You're right.
depending on where in life you are. I think you'd like Tallahassee now more than Miami, probably.
For sure.
So I think, but I guess you could say the same thing about Gainesville, similar. Right. So the Gators are just as good, I think. The issue with the Gators, they're in the SEC. In Tallahassee, you're in the ACC. So at least it's a little easier route. And you talk about uniforms. I love those uniforms and helmets that Florida State's had. I think they're fresh. I think they're different. I've always really liked Florida State, and I think it's an underrated job. And you're right in the heart of recruiting.
Those white helmets they wore this past week, they look like ULM.
They do a little bit.
When ULM used to be the Indians, how their helmets look.
Yeah. Give me an
Oh,
underrated job.
I wouldn't want to be
I mean, I think
underrated
I
job.
you want to go first or you want me to go?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you. I know this might sound as a surprise because I wouldn't want this job because I just told you I don't want to be in the cold weather. But I think Notre Dame's underrated. I know people may feel like I'm tripping with that, but I would love to coach at Notre Dame. Like, bruh, those gold helmets are sick, bruh.
They're
I know
fast.
it's gonna be like, oh, you went to get in, that's why you saying that. No, but like Notre Dame just has like this different feel to it than any other college. There's no college like Notre Dame to me. Like if when you think college football, bruh, and you're not thinking about Saban, like, bruh, Notre Dame would be one of the first schools that come to your mind just based off of their prestige, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Notre Dame would be the school that I would look at and I'd be like, bruh, if I'm not gonna pick if I wasn't worried about the weather, I would actually pick Notre Dame even over Miami if I wasn't worried about the weather. I just think Notre Dame, bruh, it's a cool place to be, South Bend, I think.
I think what you forgot to mention too is they're independent.
Right.
They dictate their own schedule. They have their own TV rights. They're on NBC. They
Right.
have that. They literally do not want to go into a conference and have anybody else dictate their schedule. They're actually really smart for it because they dictate their schedule. They literally can go to the playoffs 10-2 every year.
Yeah, I don't know. Like as much as I was happy when Brian Kelly came because he was, I thought he was a good coach coming from Notre Dame. I was kind of low key shocked. I'm like, you want to come to LSU? You gonna leave Notre Dame?
I just think that he felt like he peaked there,
Right.
and maybe he did, and we're gonna find out if Freeman can push through that.
Right.
All right, X, I think you hit the nail on the head. I was actually sitting here. I should have went before you, because now you're gonna say I stole your answer. But no, man, Notre Dame, for a variety of reasons. When you think college football, they are one of the premier teams that you're gonna think about first off. And it's because that they have the kids talk about aura now, right? The
Right.
Notre Dame aura itself as a program, especially for our age group, because we've seen them be extremely good. You
Right.
know what I mean? So that's one of those things, man. You look at it like that, and then like box office was saying, they're independent, bro. You can go to the playoffs every year, 10-2. And that gives you a good game that you're gonna lose, and that dumbass Northern Illinois game that you're gonna lose, and still can make the playoffs. It's genius. It's genius them staying independent like this. They have their own TV rights. That mean they're making enough money to pay me what I want anytime I want it. And now with the new NIL policy that they have that some of those their revenue comes in, they can spend it on players. So now they're able to get these players. The only thing holding them up is the GPA that they have requirements for their players. Other than that, they can buy whatever player they want. You know what I mean? Because the GPA requirement isn't on Alabama. It isn't on LSU, but it's on them. So they have the money. Now they just have to find a smart stud athlete to be able to get there. And outside of that, I mean, I I would definitely think that would be an underrated job, because I think that people look at some of those things as challenges, like the GPA requirement. I think that's something that might, like I said, I think that might have scared Kelly off too. He was like, man, I'm tired of having to find these damn genius studs. I want to
But
go.
you see, and I would like that. Like I like cats that I don't have to worry about going to do knucklehead stuff that's gonna make good grades. Like that's what I'm on because to me, like I know your goal is to get to the NFL, but we're teaching young men how to be men, and
Yeah,
that would really sell me. I can say I think that like if Notre Dame and Miami offered me the job, I would go to Notre Dame. I would go to Notre Dame probably over any job just because of that. I feel like the university would back me on my standards, on what I'm trying to bring. I'll go to Notre Dame.
I don't know, as a college coach, give me them studs, bro. I'm trying to
Yeah,
win.
but I feel like you can win, man. I feel like you can win, bro. You gotta
But
be strategic.
it's too hard.
Freeman might change your mind. Freeman might show you that
He
it's
was
not too
close.
hard.
He was close.
Yeah, I mean, no, I do think it can be done. I
Right.
just think it's really, really hard. And when you got, man, do you realize it's cats in high school that they'll go to class and they don't do anything and still pass just to be eligible? Not me. I'm not a teacher that does it for
Right.
students, right? I'm not a teacher that does it for students. Perfect example. This probably I've been at Northside probably 8 years now. Probably about 5 years ago, we had a student. He was a great basketball player. That boy would come to my class and would not do anything, not nothing. And I talked to him a couple of times. I said, "Hey, bro, you cannot come in here and do nothing and think that you're gonna get a passing grade." And the basketball team was sent around. The coaches were sent around that grade thing they'd have to get signed, and I'd put a 0 down there, and I put C me to the for the coach. So probably after the second 9 weeks, after the first 9 weeks, the second 9 weeks, the coach walked down there while he was in my class and to talk to me. So I went outside. I talked to him. I said, "Listen, bro, that boy come in here and he don't do nothing in class, none of the assignments. He won't even participate." I said, "I don't know what he think I'm gonna do. If he think I'm just gonna give him a passing grade or something because he's good, but he's not that good to me, and it don't matter to me. My class, I make my class easy to pass as long as you do your work.
Right.
He
Right.
won't even do his work." So I said, "I don't know what you need to tell him, but either you need to get his schedule changed to get him up out of here, or or you need to tell him to do his job, his work, because he's not gonna be eligible come January to play on your team, because he's gonna have a 0 in my class." So,
Right.
boy, that coach took him out of it. He took him out of my classroom right then. He said, "Can I take him with me?" Took him to the gym, ran him. Boy, never did. He did all my work moving forward. Moving forward, he did all my work. He ended up bringing that 0 up to a C for that second 9 weeks, and he kept the C or B through the rest of that year. But people, I know kids are able to make it through. You know what I mean? I know they are able to make it through because teachers do that. And I'm not gonna say everything that the coach said to me. You know what I mean? But he's not there anymore. Not because of nothing like that. But I'm just saying it wasn't. I had to be that teacher that told him that I'm not gonna do this for him. He's gonna have to do this for himself. You know what I mean? And I know that there are some teachers, as good as the boy was, they'd have been like, "Oh man, I'm gonna go ahead and pass him. This is an elective anyway." Nope. You got to earn it. So they get to college and they're used to that, and it's even easier in college. They'll have people go take their test for them in college. They have people, they don't even have to go to class, bruh. I can only imagine if it's like that in high school, how it is in college when they're literally, a lot of them are going to school just to play football, just to
And
play basketball.
to all them young fellas out there, man, I'm telling you, you're doing yourself a disservice, man. You're doing
Mhm.
yourself a disservice. Because maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day, you're going to wish that you grabbed that material and you understood it, because at some point, you're going to need certain things that you learned in school. For sure, for sure.
And I teach high school another year, probably the same year. It was a football player. He was pretty good at football. That boy read at a third grade level at max.
Wow, that's crazy.
And I was like, I talked to him one day. I said, "Bro, how did you get here in 10th grade and you read like this?" Because he would, like, I teach broadcasting, and he never would turn in his work because they have to write their story out And the counselor finally came and told me that listen, he reads and writes at a 3rd grade level. And I was like, that way. And I talked to him because I care about the kids. I said, bruh, how is it that you got this far and you didn't you can't read any better than you can? He was like, I don't know, man. They just kind of like just I'd pass every year. I just would pass. That I would pass. I couldn't I don't know if they fix something or whatever. I just passed. I said, listen, I'm gonna help you because you need to know. You need to know how to read. There's nothing.
Right.
You can't go through life like this. I don't care how good you are at football. You're not going. I said, however good you think you are. I'm not saying what you can't do. I'm not saying that you can't make it to the NFL. I'm just saying the chances that you make it to the NFL are slim to none.
Right.
And if you can't read, the chances of you being unsuccessful in life are nearly 100%. So, I would actually, the time in our class, I teach an elective, I teach broadcasting. Bro, I would have him go in there. His assignment would be totally different from everybody else's. His was like flashcards and on the computer and stuff like that. And I would have him doing that for his journalism part of it. Like he would have to write out stories and comprehend them and stuff like that. And I don't know how much it helped him. He ended up transferring the next year. But I know I know he got better by the end of the year. Hopefully he stuck to it. I just showed him. I said, bro, this is stuff that you can do at home. You got a computer. Because what killed me was he had a 3rd grade reading level, but he could go on YouTube and find whatever football highlights he wanted to find and all that. Well, if you can do that, bro, you just apply that same effort into what you need to do for your schoolwork.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But like I said, that's one of those things, man. The kids, if you're an athlete, you do yourself a disservice, and the school do you a disservice by just passing you and not preparing you for the world. Because the world don't care about when and if you don't make the NFL or NBA, the world don't care about how good you were in high school or college in football or basketball or baseball or whatever. They care that you can't read this application to get this job.
Big facts.
All right. Well, I appreciate that story. See, that's crazy. All right, let's move on. We're gonna go to the current college football rankings. Instead of ranking them top 5 and telling me what you think, how about we just do who's ranked too high, who's ranked too low right now?
Okay. I think A&M should be the 4th best team in the country.
Wow.
I do. I think they should be over Ole Miss for sure. A&M has the win against Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame's a really good team. They lost to Miami and A&M. That's not bad losses, and both of them were extremely close at the end of the game. I think both of them last play of the game, if I'm correct. I know A&M was for sure. As far as it might have a couple of seconds, but for the most
Right.
part. But I think A&M, bruh. A&M, they beat Auburn this past week. You can say, they only scored 16 points. Le'Veon Moss went off in that game. The defense is playing defense at a high level. I like A&M a lot. I think they're ranked. They should be ranked a little higher than what they were currently. I think they're 5, right?
A&M is 6.
6.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have the rankings in front of me, but A&M should be 4 to me. They should be over Ole Miss. And who's ranked too low? I'm kind of with seeing a sense. I feel like having LSU drop to 13 is kind of wild to me. I get it because I'm looking. I saw the teams that they put in front of them, but still, like there are 1 losses to Ole Miss. If you have Ole Miss ranked at number 4, and you said as the 4th best team, they went on the road and lost to Ole Miss. And like Box Office said earlier, it was a 4th and 3 they had to get to beat LSU, and LSU did not even play great in that game offensively. So I just think LSU could be slightly higher, in my opinion.
All right. Too high. Texas Tech.
Oh wow.
Texas Tech, bro. I get it. Undefeated team.
Looked good against Utah.
Yeah, look good against Utah. What's Utah rank?
I really can't even remember. I don't think they are anymore, but I know they were.
Not. Or not. They look good. That's cool. But they LSU and Texas Tech play today. Who you picking?
LSU.
Yeah, me
Easy,
too.
right? And so I mean, it's one of them things. It's one of those things. That's when I started looking. I started looking at what team would be a no-brainer that I would pick LSU over. And Texas Tech is the first one. Um, they're the only one that I would say is a no-brainer that I would pick, and they have them ahead of them. Usually it's more than that, but they're the only one. So if they're the highest and the lowest, the rank too low is LSU, bro. You lose to a team that y'all have ranked number 4, and you drop 9 spots because you were number 4 last week. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. It's like I could see if you had lost to a bottom 20 team, maybe. I could see y'all trying to do that. But just last week, Ole Miss was number 9. I mean, what were they? No, they were like number 13, huh?
They were 13 last week.
Yeah, they were number 13 last week. So what are y'all doing here? Y'all playing okay, you beat them, so you take their spot and you take their spot. That's not how any of this works, bro. You lose a game, you drop maybe 3 spots. You lost to a top 15 team in the country, and you didn't get blown out. You look bad, but it wasn't because they made you look bad. It was because your offense just looks bad right now. And I just think that they did the rankings, and they did LSU a disservice by dropping them that low this early in the season. Because I'm looking at I look at it again. LSU play Indiana. Who you got?
I don't know. See, Indiana tough, bro.
I would pick LSU, but I wouldn't be surprised if Indiana won just because they're well coached.
Right, man. I ain't gonna lie. I do think they should be ranked in front of Texas Tech, though. That's probably where I'm at. I actually just pulled up the rankings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they should be in front of Texas Tech. Even though Texas Tech is 4-0, your best one is against what? Utah? No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
no.
on rank?
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. You can't tell me nobody on the committee can tell me if I'm not even going. I'm gonna take my biasness out of it.
Yeah.
Nobody can make me believe if Georgia and Texas Tech play that Georgia wouldn't be by far favorite in that game. Maybe a
Mm-hmm.
double-digit favorite.
No, they would be 10-point favorites.
So that's what I'm saying. So how can you rank Georgia behind Texas Tech? Because you can't make the argument because they're undefeated. Because shoot, Iowa State's undefeated, Vanderbilt's undefeated, Georgia
Yep.
Tech's undefeated. What are we doing here?
Yep. That's why I say, man, it's the rankings right now. I don't know what they're doing.
I mean, it's early. They know they don't have to take it too serious yet, and it will all get straightened out. But I'm going to go too high as Penn State. They've done nothing to impress me. And I like Penn State. I mean, come on. They had to win that whiteout game at home. They struggled pretty much the whole game, and they finally picked it up in the fourth quarter. And they've beaten up on nothing but bums. I would have punished them and kept them out of the top 10 just because
Wow.
they've
That's
done.
they need to be in 13. That's
Yes, I agree. They've
Okay,
done nothing.
hold on. Time out. I disagreed. I'm not just saying because I picked Penn State to win the national championship. They lost to a number 2 team at home, true, in double overtime.
But they
It
also
wasn't like
didn't beat
it was
anybody.
in double overtime, y'all. Calm down.
Yeah, but they didn't beat anybody either.
hell
And now
no.
they
No,
get
maybe not. But it was the number 2. You ranked the team number 2, and the number 2 team has 16 first place votes. I'm looking at you. There, that's the best team in the country. Penn State just lost them in double overtime.
By the way, you know who Penn State gets this week? They get
Is it?
UCLA. And UCLA, I swear to God, they might not win a game. Go look at their schedule, bruh. They're 0-4. They just lost to Northwestern. They lost to UNLV. I'm looking out there. They might literally go 0-12. They legit might go. Actually, I'm here to say it. They're going 0-12.
Oh, come on, Box
They
Office.
don't play like a UL Monroe or a ODU out here. No,
Hey, man, we're using us as an example. Every week, UL Monroe, brother.
But seriously, they don't have an easy one, bro. They are going 0-12. It's actually nuts.
That's crazy.
I bet Tennessee not looking too bad right now.
The team that's too low, I'm actually gonna go with Vanderbilt. They're 5-0 and at 16. This is not the old Vanderbilt, bro. They proved that last year they could beat the Alabamas. They gave Texas a game. They are a legit team, and now their schedule is about to get tougher. But they've already beaten South Carolina. Vandy, bro, that's not the old Vandy. I actually think that they're a legit team and a team you cannot just mark off as a win on your SEC schedule.
Big them.
All right, give me somebody on upset alert this week. I remember I forgot to do this topic last week. I remember 2 weeks ago I picked Memphis to beat Arkansas, and they did. Any upset alerts potentially that we aren't picking, by the way, that we aren't picking.
I don't know. Let me see what we're picking.
I didn't even look at what we picking, so I'm gonna just go off of something.
I'll tell you all the games we're picking. We are picking the Texas Tech game, Virginia game, Texas game, Mississippi State game, Miami game, and Vanderbilt game.
Okay.
Or anything outside of those.
You took away mine. Hold on.
I'm gonna say it might not happen. This is literally just me just pulling it up because I was like, that might happen. I'm gonna say Cincinnati might upset Iowa State at Cincinnati. Cincinnati just beat Kansas. I thought that. I mean, I know Kansas. I was high on them last year, but Cincinnati, man, I'm liking what they're doing over there. I'm gonna say Cincinnati might upset Iowa State. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, y'all, but that's what I'm gonna go with that one.
All right, I got one. Houston upsets Texas Tech.
Wow. Okay, I like that.
Well, we are picking that game.
Yeah,
but
I thought we was picking that game.
Oh, okay, my bad. I ain't. You did say it. My bad.
You good. I mean, whatever. I'll go with one. I think the team we're kind of sleeping on. I think Washington might lose this week to Maryland. So Maryland's got a freshman quarterback named Malik Washington, who's actually a 4-star, and he stayed home. He's from Maryland, and he's actually played really well this year for a freshman. So remember that name, Malik Washington from Maryland. He's going to be around for a while. I think he could be a problem.
Okay.
If you don't have another one, it's okay.
I think I want to say this just to say some shit. North Carolina beats Clemson, bro.
Wow.
I think that Belichick, this will be his big win. Maybe. I know it doesn't count against my record if it doesn't happen. But North Carolina playing at home. That I know the stadium is going to be packed. I can't see it. I can't see it not happening. I mean, I can't see it. I can see it happening. I can see it happening just because it happens. Dabo goes in there a little, doesn't have his team as prepared for a bad UNC team, and home cooking, and they pull up the upset.
All right. Well, that being said, we're going to our official prediction. So for the year,
Hey, whoa, big fella. Be kind now.
For the year, C is first in college at 24-13.
Yes, sir.
I am second at 21-16.
Lead out.
Antonio and Jasper are tied at 19-18. And X, you are a baffling 16-21.
Man.
Why you say it's baffling?
Because come on, bro.
Okay, so 16-21, bro. Calm down, bro. Calm down.
All right. So first game this week, Texas Tech at Houston. Jasper and my brother both have Texas Tech.
Bro. Bro, oh my God. I got Texas Tech, bro. Oh my God. I was about to take Houston, but I said y'all gonna say I'm tripping right now. I got Texas Tech.
Yeah, I just said.
Go ahead, go Houston. You have a lead.
I want to I want to keep it. I don't respect Texas Tech. And I don't respect them, but I haven't really seen either one of them teams play like talking about. I just seen a few highlights.
Both are undefeated.
Yeah, both are undefeated. Houston's at home, right?
Yep.
I'm going Houston. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
I like it. See, I like that.
Putting them scrubs above LSU, man. Yeah, give me Houston, bro.
Okay, so I've actually watched Houston twice. 2 weeks ago against Dion and them, and then I watched them this weekend against Oregon State. They got completely lucky. Oregon State choked that game out. It was Friday night. I had a bet on it, so I had to tune in. But Houston shouldn't be undefeated, but they are. With that being said, I know people don't want to respect Texas Tech yet, but just like LSU, they went crazy in the portal because they have that Texas money. So that's why they're much improved. I'm going to go Texas Tech.
You mentioned the game earlier, that Friday game, Virginia game, one of the most entertaining games I've seen this year, bro.
Yeah, that was nuts.
I was entertained. Usually I'm not entertained with a game like that, but the interception, I was like, Florida State's gonna win. And then they did not.
Yeah.
They did not. It looked like to me that Florida State was a better team early, and then Virginia just kept coming. So I think Virginia earned my respect that game.
No, they could be legit. They stormed the field. It was absolute bananas.
All
right.
The Red Raiders, baby.
Speaking of Virginia, our next game, ACC matchup, we've got Louisville at Virginia.
I thought it was at Louisville.
Sorry, the opposite. It is in Louisville.
That's how I'm like, I know I ain't tripping. Okay.
It is in Louisville.
Who Jasper them got? Talk to me.
Antonio's got his alma mater, and Jasper's got Louisville.
Ooh, Jasper's going with Louisville. Oh man. Give me Louisville. I got the Cardinal. At home. They're gonna knock off Virginia.
They are undefeated.
I got Louisville.
Didn't I just say Virginia had my respect?
No, you better pick Virginia. Don't do that. I gotta climb.
No, I'm picking Virginia. But hold on. Let me before I pick Virginia. Is Teddy Bridgewater playing tonight? I'm in the game.
Oh.
No. Lamar Jackson. Nope. Give me Virginia. Give me Virginia. Put a stamp on it.
Okay. So Louisville, man, that game for them last week was crazy. They were down 17-0 to Pittsburgh in like the first quarter. I'm sitting there because I had a bet on Louisville. I'm like, bruh. And they came back and won. It was crazy. I know the game's in Louisville. I just like the momentum Tony Elliott and Virginia have going. I'm going to go with Virginia. We'll see what happens. All right. Next game, we've got Texas at Florida. Jasper and Antonio have Texas.
Hey, bro. I got Texas, bro. Let's go, Gators. Let's go, DJ Lagway. But I do got Texas, bro. I'm not a fool, bro.
I got Texas begrudgingly. Begrudgingly, I have Texas. Florida just doesn't look good, bro. I know they playing at Florida. They will storm the field if they win this game.
Yeah.
I actually I got a 3-game lead.
Hey, do
I'm going
it. See?
I'm going Texas because I just really feel that Florida's going to win one of these games.
They have to. They got to win one.
They're going to win one of these games. And Manning has not looked great. He has looked great. I didn't like what he did last week, standing over the guy. I'm like, do this against a real team.
He did the Sam Houston. Chill out, bro.
Yeah, bro. Watching the podcast, somebody said, "Man, I hate school with people's names." Sam Houston. like that, you did that against a old man named Sam Houston. No, bro. I was like, yeah, he's gonna have to do something. He's gonna have to dominate in that. And after watching Florida play, their defense is legit. It's gonna be he's gonna have a time on his hand staying upright because I don't think Texas offensive line is really good either.
I think this game will be a lot like that LSU Florida game because Texas's defense is really good, but their offense hasn't done a damn thing. I think it's going to be ugly, and I think it's going to be 20-16, something like that. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope Texas wakes up. They're coming off of a bye, so they've had time to maybe fix up this offense, but I need to see it first. But Florida, like y'all said, they have to win one of these, and they eventually will. They beat LSU last year, and everyone was surprised. I just hope they don't win this week. So I got Texas, but it is a sneaky game.
Signetti might be taking over. Oh,
hey, what y'all think about Lagway? Y'all think it's over for him?
No,
I think he's going to enter the transfer portal after this year, unless they get a big time coach.
I mean, depends. If Napier comes back, I think Lagway's back there. I think if Lagway's gone or Napier's gone, I think Lagway will transfer.
Transfer where though?
Maybe a Penn State. Maybe LSU.
I don't want him here.
I like Lagway. Well, let me tell you something I didn't know about Lagway. I don't know. Probably y'all might know because y'all watch this stuff too. But Lagway actually this offseason, I heard, really didn't report to Florida. Like didn't have the offseason like actually working with the team. He actually had that injury, and then he came back doing some other stuff, and he came back like literally like 4 weeks right before the season started. Mm-hmm. So like, I think give him some time, bro. Give him some talent, outside of the guys that they have right now. Man, I don't think Lagway's a bad quarterback. He takes chances and risk, but you just gotta coach that up.
I think it's something that he just doesn't understand. I think it's something that he's not seeing, and his athleticism served him well last year, and this year he's having to actually know the game, read these defenses, and make quicker decisions. People have film on him as well, and it's not working out too well for him.
Yeah, but he's got another year, so he's going to have another year to get better.
He has 2 more. I think he's going to need both years to get himself back into draft.
That's true.
His draft stop.
All right, next game, I think a really good game, a game I'm looking forward to. SEC matchup: Mississippi State at Texas A&M.
Well, who Jasper them got first? I know I
Uh,
got.
Jasper and Antonio got A&M.
Yeah, it's at A&M. That's the problem. Mississippi State would have something with those cowbells if it was in Starksville, but it ain't happening in the 12th man, dog. It ain't happening there. I got A&M. A&M is battle tested. A&M knows that they're gonna be in a gauntlet the rest of the way. They better win this game. Mississippi State has looked better though. I will say that. But I think A&M is much better than Tennessee. I told you I think they should be the fourth ranked team in the country. I think A&M has shown that they can beat you in a shootout, which they did against Notre Dame at Notre Dame, and then they beat you in a slugfest versus Auburn where they ran the ball and just played defense. So I think A&M is very versatile. Marcel Reed has to throw the ball better though this game. But I do think A&M wins this game.
I got A&M. I got A&M. I don't think Mississippi State is ready for this. the atmosphere and at a 12th man. They just not gonna be able to. They're not gonna be able to. They're undefeated, right?
Yep, A&M is. Mississippi State just
They
lost
lost
their
to
first
Tennessee.
game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they going in against an undefeated team. That just gives you that aura itself. We're undefeated. We're not gonna let these Mississippi State bums come in here and beat us at home. It's not gonna go well for them. I think Texas A&M makes a statement against them. I think they beat up on them pretty bad.
So,
Double
see,
digit.
you think it's going to be a blowout. Well, meanwhile, the line is 14.5, and it actually confuses me. I think Mississippi State's going to keep this close. I think they're well improved.
They are.
And they're legit. I'm going to go with A&M because they're at home, but I swear I would take Mississippi State if this was in Mississippi. So, all right. Next one, we have Vanderbilt at Alabama. The rematch from last year where Vandy beat Alabama. Jasper and Antonio have Alabama.
See, don't look at me like that, bro. Hey, chill, my boy, chill. I heard that game day, I think, actually switched its location. I don't know if y'all saw that. I heard it could be fake news because I was literally somebody just telling me something. They said they switched game day from Miami or from Florida State, Miami to Vanderbilt, Alabama. Is that true?
No, that can't be true.
No, it is true. They're going to Alabama, Vandy.
Why?
I heard that somebody told me that they're like, so what you think is they always ask me, all my friends ask me, X, so what you think is they know I love sports. So they always ask me what I think about. So I'm like, really? They switched that game. I said it must have been because Florida State lost to Virginia. And maybe that took some of that, but to me that would
I
have been
think
dope
that's what
to.
it is. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
But I thought it would have been dope that Florida State Miami rivalry renewed. That would have been lit to me to be there, but whatever. Um I'm gonna be honest with y'all here. Here's my truth moment. I would take Alabama because that's what everybody's gonna do. I know what y'all gonna do, and I know they're probably gonna win. But I gotta try to catch you. See,
Not like that.
hey, Diego Pavia. Oh man, no, I'm taking Alabama, bro. I'm just giving y'all it.
All right. Let me preface this by saying
Oh
I
man,
love Diego Pavia. I love
yeah, bro.
but watching this SEC thing on Netflix made me like this dude, bro. I'm like, I like an underdog. I like somebody who believes in changing the culture. Believes I'm the one who can make this change. He's the one he think he's gonna make Vanderbilt change. I even like their coach because their coach he's pushing his whole team on the we not the old Vanderbilt thing. So all that being said, I got Alabama. I got Alabama, man. I don't I don't think I don't think I don't think that they've come that far along to beat them 2 years in a row. And this being in Alabama, um, nah, man, you can guarantee you if what's his name, the coach there in Alabama,
The board.
Cam
or
DeBoer, yeah.
lose 2 years at Vanderbilt and see how many more days you got in Tuscaloosa. The only thing that could save him would be winning the national championship this year, because he would be out of there. The way Alabama, the Tuscaloosa radio station would run him out of town. Period. He probably tendered his own resignation.
All right. So I forgot the numbers, but DeBoer has an awesome record against ranked teams, but he's got a bad record against unranked teams. So DeBoer's a big game coach. He just needs to stop screwing the ones where they're completely favorites. Vandy beat him last year. That was awesome. I like Diego Pavia as well. He reminds me of Baker Mayfield, Manziel, and those guys.
Yep, exactly.
Those white boys that can scramble and have grit to them. I like seeing that just because it's something different. So he's entertaining to watch. But I do think it's too much on his shoulders at once. I think Ty Simpson is good. He showed flashes to me in the Florida State game. He just had to play better, simple. And he did against Georgia. He looked confident. Ryan Williams needs to stop dropping the ball.
Right.
Ryan, first possession of the game, he dropped a touchdown.
Right.
And Ryan Williams has to pick it up a little bit. But with that being said, it's in Alabama. I'm going to go roll tide roll. I do think it's a good game. Manziel said he's going to go to the game. But I just think Alabama has too much, and they have to beat them after last year. They have to. So I'm going to go Alabama. And yes, game day is going to Tuscaloosa. That leads us to, we've got Miami at Florida State. Florida State obviously just lost to Virginia. Miami's looked good all year. Who we got? Antonio and Jasper have Miami.
Wow. Do y'all think Florida State was looking ahead to this game and got caught?
Absolutely.
I think it was a combination of they were looking ahead, but I do think Virginia's good. Like I said, they're 4-1 too.
Right. Ooh, man. Because I don't know now. Because, oh my God, they lost to Virginia. And that's no disrespect to your state, Iman. I'm just being honest. It's, oh my God, it's in Tallahassee. But I have to go with my eyes. And then what I saw from Florida State versus Alabama was something spectacular to watch. But Miami looks like one of the best teams in the country. Give me the U. I got the U in this one.
Yeah. Had that Virginia game not happened, I'm going to go and say it. I was going to pick Florida State. I was going to pick Florida State in this game, but it did. And I saw it. And I can't unsee it. I'm going with the U, bro. I'm going with the U just because simply Carson Beck has looked nothing short of phenomenal for the U this year. And I think that they're one of the top teams in the country this year. I can't see them being, I haven't looked at their schedule, but I don't think they play a team that they're going to be not favored against for the rest of the year. And I think it's very warranted considering how they played this year. See them in the playoffs is going to be a different story probably, but right now I think that they deserve their third ranking and they're better than Florida State. So Florida State is going to lose 2 in a row.
And Miami's coming off of a bye.
Oh yeah, sure are. Yep. They lucky it ain't in Miami, but that's just a short drive. That's a short drive. It's not really a short drive, but it's a short drive compared to anywhere else. and us driving from here.
They're probably flying, and it's probably a 45-minute flight at the most.
No, I'm talking about the fans.
Oh, the fans. Oh, yeah. And it wouldn't even be 45-minute flight, probably a 20-minute flight.
Yeah, probably a 20-minute flight.
Yeah. Well, see, you said that's why you would have picked Florida State. Otherwise, the Virginia loss is exactly why I do have the Florida State Seminoles. I think they're going to need a comeback after that last week. That was a pathetic performance. I get Miami's look really good. You could make the case they look like the best team in the country. But I do think that Florida State's going to be pissed off about last week. They're at home. This is a rivalry game. I like Castellanos. I've got Florida State. I think they upset them. Give me the Seminoles.
The Hurricanes go down. Ooh.
And I'm the only one picking them. So
wow.
I like that, just like Alabama and Georgia. Woohoo!
Hey, that's how you keeping it close with UNC. You might be able to gain some more ground.
Nah.
Well, that's it for college football. I'm looking forward to it. I think we have a good list of games, some sneaky games. I think A&M game could be really good. I think the Alabama Vandy game is interesting. And then we got Miami, Florida State. So I'm looking forward to it. All right. Let's move on to the NFL. Obviously, a lot went down this weekend. But I want to start off with the Ravens.
Yeah.
I want to start off with the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, man.
They lose to the Chiefs, bunch of injuries, and now they say Lamar is probably out 2 to 3 weeks. Are the Baltimore Ravens done?
I'll start. Yes.
Wow.
Baltimore Ravens are done, bro. I'm pissed about it. I was talking to my homeboy who's a Cowboys fan earlier today. I said, bro, the Saints got me doing like I've been doing when I was growing up. I'd be a Saints fan, but I'd have to have a team for the playoffs. The Saints weren't going to be there. And my team for the playoffs this year was Baltimore. And they screwed all of that up. I look at them, I say, bro, what are they, 1-3 now?
Yep.
1-3. They lose. If he misses, say he misses 3 games, they go 1-2 in those games. That puts them at 2-5.
Uh-huh.
They would almost have to win out in the AFC to be able to make the playoffs. And I don't think they're good enough to win out. I think that they're putting up enough points. The problem with Baltimore is their defense. And that's hard to say for a Baltimore team because they've historically been a great defensive team. But the problem with them are their defense. They're putting up 30 points and losing. Like, what you want me to do? If I'm Lamar, I'm like, what do I have to do? I put up 30 points, bro. If you could just keep them at 29 points, I win. And if he misses 2-3 games, they're out of it. They're out of it. And they may be out of it anyway.
I completely disagree with you on this. Completely. No, you tripping, bro. Okay, so the AFC, bro, usually it's a gauntlet. We understand that. But Buffalo is kind of in a league of their own right now. Kansas City will be there. So 7 teams make the playoffs. Even if Kansas City, the Chargers, who I'll talk about in a second, and Denver all make it, that's 3 teams, right? So then you got the other division winners. That's 3 more. You still have another team that can make the playoffs.
You said Buffalo.
Buffalo wins the division. Let's just say Buffalo wins the division. Let's say Pittsburgh wins the North. Let's just say hypothetically Pittsburgh wins it because of the injuries. And then let's say the Colts win the South. And then 3 teams make it out the West, right? You still have 1 spot left. And Baltimore will be right there. Now, I think because whenever we talked off air just about maybe talking about something like this. I looked at their schedule. So let's just say they got Houston coming up. They got the Rams. They may lose both of those games. See, I may be with you, right? 1-5. But then they have a bye. Then they get the Bears. Now let's say they may lose that one. I'm not saying they will because Lamar might be back. No, they play Miami. They can beat Miami. Minnesota, they can beat Minnesota. They got Cleveland. They're going to beat Cleveland. They got the Jets. They're going to beat the Jets. They got the Bengals. They're going to beat the Bengals. They got the Steelers, but they got the Steelers twice. They're going to split if Lamar is there. They'll win at least one of them. So that's what, and they may win both if Lamar is there. They're going to beat the Bengals both times. Then they got New England, who they can beat. And then the last team that you can say their thing is New England. But I'm not picking New England to beat Baltimore if they got Lamar Jackson. I just think that you have to take a step back and say, okay, yeah, they have to win a lot of these games, and we understand that. But the AFC is off to a slow start right now. I think they can get the 7th seed. They can get the 7th seed if Lamar is healthy. And who's to say they might win this week against Houston? Houston hasn't looked so hot this year. They might beat Houston without Lamar Jackson. So,
Oh,
you know,
I can't
no,
see it.
I'm not saying they will, but I'm saying if they won and they gave Derrick Henry the ball 30 times and he went crazy in that game, you
Who's
know,
that backup quarterback?
Cooper Rush.
Oh yeah,
Cooper
yeah. He
Rush
came
is
in.
serviceable.
I mean, he's serviceable, but I'm not picking them with Cooper Rush. Not
All right.
knowing I gotta pick Cooper Rush to win the game.
I don't think Baltimore is done. I don't think they're done. All of their losses is to good teams. Even though I'm not a Kansas City guy, their 3 losses is to Buffalo, Kansas City, and Detroit. That's 3 Super Bowl contending teams that on the NBS platform. Jasper picked the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. Box office picked the Lions to win the Super Bowl. And Antonio picked Buffalo to win the Super Bowl. That's not bad losses.
But they're still losses at this point.
They are. They are. They are.
And the thing, the recipe for winning and them getting in is them beating the teams that they're supposed to beat. You're right. But what happens if they get tripped up, which they probably will get tripped up by some of the teams that we would have. If Lamar Jackson was playing and they're going into Houston this week, that's a win. We all would have picked them, right?
Right, for sure.
But now C.J. Stroud not looking too bad versus Cooper Rush. You know what I mean?
To me, that's a toss-up game. I'll be honest.
It's
It's in Baltimore. Is it
it?
in Baltimore, I think? Yeah, it's in Baltimore.
I don't know. We picking that game?
No.
No.
I got Houston, bro.
Hey. Before the end of the week, I may say, shake my hand. Shake my hand.
Oh man, I don't see that whole Baltimore engine revolves around Lamar Jackson.
It does. It does.
And you have somebody there like Derrick Henry who's used to carrying a team that you can give him the ball 30 times. But is that wear and tear actually hitting him with these fumbles? Is that why we're seeing these fumbles now? Because even though he's bigger than everybody and he's been punishing people for years now, is that now catching up to him? And we don't see, usually you see Derrick Henry break a 30, 40-yard run every game for some reason. And you've only seen it maybe twice this season. And I got him on my fantasy team. That's why I'm so pissed off at him. He gave me like 6 points last week and no points the week before. He's actually on the block. If you're looking at this and win, you're in one of my leagues, Derrick Henry ass is on the block.
Hey, hold on. When you say he's on the block, am I getting him for the low or I gotta pay Derrick Henry?
You gotta pay Derrick Henry price. What are you crazy?
But you say he's come on.
Nah, he's on the block. He's on the block for a stud of his stature.
Oh, come on, man.
Or a couple of studs that add up him.
Let me ask you this. Because based on what you just said, I don't view Jamar Chase as a fantasy stud no more.
No, not with
He's a
not
good player still. You still kind
not
of
without
run, but
Burrow though.
yeah, without Burrow. So I'm thinking that you're saying Derrick Henry's a scrub at this point. So you might as well just
Man,
give
no, I'm not saying he's a scrub. He's a running back.
it.
He's a running back. He's Derrick Henry. It really doesn't matter too much
I'm gonna
who's the
send you
quarterback.
something. I'm gonna send you something for him.
All right, don't play. You got to come with it. I'm telling you, don't send me no bro. Don't send me no bullshit. Come on, bro. I know you, man. Please just don't even waste my time. I don't even want my phone to go off if it's something stupid, bro. Boy,
Hey, you need help in keeping lean, my brother.
hey, bro, I don't need that much help. I don't need that much help, bro.
Well,
Go
I
ahead,
do.
box office. Tell us why they're done. They're cooked.
I do think they're done.
Uh,
It's too many injuries. Lamar, Roquan Smith, Marlon Humphrey are all gonna miss weeks. Their defense did not look good already. Matabuke is out for the year. Um, I just think that they've put themselves too deep in a hole. I think they're gonna lose the next 2 weeks. I think they're gonna lose to Houston. I think they're losing to the Rams. And I know their schedule's not bad rest of the way, but you have no room for error. I mean, you can't lose any of those games after that. They're going to lose to Pittsburgh at least once. To me, I just think that they've dug themselves too much in a hole, and I think it's going to cost them. I had them in the Super Bowl against the Lions, actually, but it's too much, and I didn't expect the defense to be this bad either. So
no
very
playoffs.
no playoffs for them or the Bengals. So those are two teams that a lot of people had in. I actually did pick Pittsburgh to win the the North. And now I think Pittsburgh has to win it. They're 3-1, and they're gonna win it based off of all these other injuries. So,
So
to me,
let
I
me ask you
do think the
this.
Ravens are done.
So if you think they're done, Bills, Steelers, Colts, and then the three teams from the West, who makes the final playoff spot? Is it Houston's 1-3 at this point? Jacksonville's 3-1, and New England's 2-2 for the most part. I mean, that's the teams that people would probably say one of those teams will get in over Baltimore. So, are you that confident in one of those teams?
I'm not that confident in any of them, but I do think if I had to pick one, it would be Jacksonville. They're 3-1. I
They
mean, I
are.
know it hasn't looked that impressive, but they're doing something right.
They are. They
I
are. They
mean,
are
they
for
just
sure.
beat the Niners. And the South isn't the toughest. I mean, you get the Titans and you get the Texans who are underachieving. I would say the Jags get that last spot in the playoffs.
Okay, that's interesting. So I'm the only one that believes Baltimore is not done yet. Okay.
Yeah, I just think that the Jags sitting at 3-1, that's a great position to be in.
Okay.
Yeah, the Jags haven't looked too bad.
Yeah, it doesn't look sexy, but it's working.
And let me get Travis Etienne, man.
No.
Wow. Why you shady, bro?
When the hell is
Let
Brian?
me back up. You can get him, but you got to pay what he weigh. You know that.
When the hell is Brian Thomas going to start playing football this year for my fantasy team?
He better start pretty damn fast, man. Because I just traded, for him in another league, but I traded Olave, so I traded him and Olave up head up. So
No, when's Travis Hunter gonna start doing something offensive? I got that fool on defense, and he be giving me a little bit, but I'm like, no, I need them 20-point games, bro. At least 15, cuz give me
bro, they not.
something.
Maybe I hate to say it, he's gonna have to pick a position.
Oh,
He's gonna have to pick a position. And I going into the season, I thought that he was a better corner than he was a wide receiver.
Yeah,
Me
I
too.
agree.
But I think that he's been getting eaten every time he's in that corner. So he might need to just focus on wide receiver because he isn't graded either one of them in the NFL.
I always thought he was a better corner I never understood the receiver hype. They tried to compare him to like Jamar Chase and stuff, and I was
No.
just like, bro, like relax. I thought he was a good gadget guy on offense, but come on, bro. I never fell for that stuff offensively. It didn't impress me that much.
It's like Pop Warner. He was the best athlete on your team. Just give him the ball, let him go do something. That's all I felt like it was, and that's just simply not the case in the NFL.
Okay. They said put a fork in the Ravens. Okay. I'm gonna revisit this.
All right, next topic. Should the Bengals go get another quarterback?
Yes.
And who?
Jameis Winston. Jameis
J-Mo?
Winston. They should get Jameis Winston, but due to this guy's probably no way they'll go get him because of his contract is Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins will probably be the better out of the two decisions, but Jameis Winston, you can afford him. He ain't doing shit over there. I think he'll be a great fill in. Imagine him throwing it to Chase and Higgins. He's gonna put the ball up there. Now he's gonna throw you a bunch of interceptions too. He's gonna throw a couple to the other team. Understand that. But right now, what's his boy name they got now?
Jake Brown.
Yeah.
Browner sucks, bro. You have zero chance of winning with Browner. At least you'll win some games with Winston. Winston can win you some games.
I would actually go a different route, and y'all gonna be shocked when I tell y'all this. I would go get Russell Wilson. I would. I know Russ. I know Russ hasn't. He lost his job to why he lost his name?
Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart. Jackson. What's that? I'm tripping right
Dart.
now. I said Dart. Yeah, there you go. But I just think Russ brings, leadership to that locker room. He'll bring something. He can still air it out. I saw you at the big game this year. He has these two stud wide receivers. I would go get Russell Wilson. I would at least take a chance on him, bro. I think Russell Wilson, even if it doesn't work out, you at least showing your fan base that you're trying to do something. You're trying to do something. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He had a big game this year. Even if it doesn't work out, at least you can sell your fan base on that. And that's, to me, what I would go do. You paid y'all boy Hendricks all that money, so for 1 year. You can't just throw in the towel at 2-2, bro. You can't throw in the towel at 2-2. It's too early in the season. At least think to yourself, maybe if we can get this thing close, Burrow will come back.
I like what you said there, bro. I was thinking Winston, but I was thinking the wrong New York quarterback. Russ is absolutely the answer. Russ comes over there. He's not as erratic as Jameis Winston. He can control himself, and we saw last year in Pittsburgh, with weapons, he can lead a team to the playoffs, and that's all you need him to do: lead y'all to the playoffs.
I'll add this too before box office goes. I do think that the Bengals need to add a running back to their roster too. Chase Brown is cool, but he's more of a change of pace guy. They need a thumper in there, somebody that can get you those gritty. I don't think P. Ryan's that guy. Is Nick Chubb that guy after what Woody Marks did this past week? Maybe you go get a Nick Chubb from Houston. I don't know, something. You got to make something. Maybe you go get Joe Mixon back after what Woody Marks did. Hey!
Nah.
But you need somebody else. I think that Chase Brown is cool, but he's more of a change of pace guy than an actual every down guy. Maybe a Brian Robinson from the Niners. I know the Niners, they just want him. I know Christian McCaffrey is injury prone, but
Right.
I just think they need somebody else, that thumper, to add to that.
They need to get Leonard Fournette off his couch.
Come on, man.
Bruh. Leonard Fournette is what, 30 years old?
I feel you, but man, bro, it's just
Leonard Fournette should be on somebody's roster right now. There's no way he's not. There's no way you think that Leonard Fournette is not better than some of these running backs on these NFL rosters, bro.
But if they can get Joe Mixon back,
Joe Mixon, can they? I don't think they can get him
Woody
back.
Marks played well this past week, bro.
He played well, but what Mixon
And Chubb don't look the same.
No, he don't.
No, Chubb doesn't. Mixon comes back. If Mixon comes back and he's anything resembling what he was last year, he's fine.
Right.
He's fine. And I don't think anybody trades for Mixon while he's still hurt. So I'm talking about somebody that's available right now that I know still got some juice in him. I mean, you got other players out there too. Dalvin Cook, where the hell is he?
No, he ain't coming back, bro. They done with that.
All right, so I do think they need to do something at quarterback. You can't just continue going like this because last night was pathetic.
Yeah.
But I don't think anything's going to change. That offensive line is ass. Oh, my God. I was watching some highlights this morning of that offensive line. It was bad. I mean, dude, Browning is not that bad. Like, go watch last year's tape with Browning. He showed some flashes, and he'd keep them in games. But this was terrible last night, bro. I mean, I don't know what quarterback succeeds with that offensive line. Also, I mean, they come out 3 points. They actually look good, and after that, it was terrible. And then I'm also going to call out Zach Taylor. What the hell was he doing in the end? It was 4th and 3, 50-yard line. I know they're down 25, and there's 6 minutes to go. He punts. I'm sitting there like it's 4th and 3, not 4th and 18.
Bro, did you see them boys?
I mean, bro, like you can't just throw in the towel.
Shit,
I mean, at least attempt a 4th and 3. I don't know what Zach Taylor was doing there. I would be pissed if I was the owner. Like, bro, you gave up. I mean, sure, we're probably not going to come back, but it's 4th and 3. You're at midfield. You better throw that thing. Like, I didn't understand that. That was pathetic to me. So
over, man.
I don't think whatever they do, nothing's going to change. That offensive line is so bad that whatever quarterback goes in there is going to get destroyed. And also, if Russell Wilson does end up there, I mean, can it get more embarrassing for him at this point?
Come on, man.
I mean, bro, he's getting passed around like a case of beer at this point, bro.
Come on, bro.
I mean, come on. I can't believe, bro, Denver traded for them, and ever since, it's been all bad for him.
Yeah.
Right, come
I
on,
look
Russ.
at him. I mean, I think he's a bad. He's a bad victim of circumstance. I think Pittsburgh still had him. Are they better? Are they the same? So you think Aaron Rodgers has done better?
Yes. Come on, see.
He
Come
has
on,
not, bro.
Yes,
Bro,
he has
why?
a 3-1.
You always hate on Aaron Rodgers, bro.
Bruh, this dude
You
has done
always
anything. Wasn't Russell Wilson like 5-0 in his first 5 starts or something with them?
I don't remember that.
He came in, he automatically started winning. Yeah.
Bruh. All I'm saying is, bro, Aaron Rodgers, hey, bro. Hey, different, bro. They gonna win the division with Aaron Rodgers, bro. Chill. Matter of fact, he didn't even start. Fields started last year for him at the beginning of the season.
He started because he was hurt. And when he got well, they put him right in and he won the first 5 games.
Not 5, maybe like 3. They might have started off good. And then they
Oh, now they made the playoffs. What are you talking about?
Look. Yeah.
He reaching, man. Like I said, I think he's been a bad victim of circumstance because he hasn't been as bad as people are portraying him as like he said, he's getting passed around. But I don't believe it's his fault. I think that he led them to 10 wins last year. You know what I mean? And
Hey, right, calm it down, man. Aaron Rodgers about to lead you to more. Woo!
they're not gonna win more than 10 games, bro.
Bro, why you hate? Oh my
They not.
god!
They're already at 3.
Right, you
That's
hate them.
7 more wins
They
they
get
got.
the Bengals twice, and they get the Browns.
And they get Baltimore probably without Lamar.
Come on, bro.
They gotta win 8 more games. I can't see it.
Hey, Ray, you hate us. See, I swear you Aaron Rodgers hate him, bro. I swear to God.
Dog, dude's a cancer, bro.
No, he's not, bro.
Yes, he is, man.
And I think they might have found something with Kenny Gainwell. Even though that made me mad last week.
We'll see, bro.
Hey, you can come get him in Cubans League. I don't need him. If you want him.
I don't want that boy, man.
Hey, don't set him off with you. That's all I'm going to say.
Bro, I'm Gucci.
All right.
The kids still say that? I'm Gucci, bro.
All right, let's move on to some drama in Philadelphia. What do y'all make of the A.J. Brown situation? Do you see A.J. Brown long-term in Philadelphia if this continues?
Well, you know, there's a lot of reporters that I don't really agree with. And I think that sometimes, you know, I know there's smoke and mirrors right now. And I know he had the cryptic message. But one person I do trust is Sal Palantonio when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles. And he said A.J. Green wants to be A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown wants to be a Philadelphia Eagle. He wants to be with the Eagles. You know, I thought previous to this year, I thought maybe there was a chance he would go to New England, play with the Patriots. But I think there's nothing to this story, really. Do they have to get A.J. Brown involved more? Yes. If you watch the game, was he getting targeted? Yes. I just think defenses are trying to take A.J. Brown out of the game. There, one play I saw, Jalen Hurts threw the ball to him. He was in double coverage, bro. Like, they're trying to get him the ball. It's not like they're not trying. It's just defenses are trying to stop him. Or is defenses trying to stop him to get him to want to leave Philly? Maybe. I don't know. But at the end of the day, bro, they're 4-0. Jalen Hurts hasn't thrown an interception this year. He hasn't had to really throw the ball. And Saquon Barkley or A.J. Brown hasn't done much this year. But nonetheless, the Eagles are there. I don't think there's no real fire to this story as far as this season's concerned. Now, maybe next year, A.J. Brown may feel, you know what, I want to get an extension. I want to get more money. Maybe money plays a factor, but I don't think this is a big deal. I don't. I believe what Sal said.
All right. I don't believe it's a big deal because they're not trading him. They're not trading him. Damn sure not cutting him. He's going to be in Philadelphia, whether he likes it or not. Here's my problem. Bruh, why are you mad? You got 9 targets and caught 2 balls last week. Shut your ass up. You shouldn't be doing no kind of cryptic nothing. You shouldn't have. Look, bro, I could see if they weren't even targeting you. I remember I forgot what game it was. I think it was the Cowboy game that he didn't have a catch in or something like that. And they were you muted, box office.
He had a catch, but he was only targeted at one time.
Yeah, and I could see him being pissed for that one. But I think he's pouting. He's being a little B word right now, and I'm not with that, bro. You can't get mad when you're not catching the ball. You're not catching the ball. Maybe you were open another time and he didn't throw it to you, but he threw that mug to you 9 times and you only caught it twice. Yeah, he was double covered a lot. You're going to be double covered. You're number 1 receiver. You're a top 5 receiver in the league, in my opinion. Guess what? You're going to be doubled and tripled. You got to make it past that. That's not something that you can use for an excuse. And you damn sure can't be sitting here talking about sending cryptic messages about how unhappy you are. Like, if I'm an owner, I see that. I'm like, well, you're gonna be unhappy and you're gonna have that Eagles uniform on and you're gonna go out there and catch some balls. Because the only way I'm trading you is if your trade value is way up here and I can get something very, very good for you, comparable. Because I'm not trading you when I know he's still he's like 29 now.
28 still.
28. You still young. I still got a couple of more years with you. No, bro, I'm not. You're not like at the end of the career Julio Jones. No, you're like a Julio Jones in its prime. Even though you look, he reminds me of Julio Jones the way he plays.
Yeah.
Julio didn't start calming down until he was like washed up, when he was obviously washed up. And he has to do what Julio did. Julio didn't give a damn how many people were on him. Guess what? Throw it. I'm gonna get it. And he got it. He made Matt Ryan's career. He's got to go out there and he's got to make sure Jalen Hurts feels comfortable enough to throw it to him in any situation at any time. Jalen Hurts is just being a good quarterback right now and throwing it to the open man. If you want him to throw it to you, you got to show him that you're going to make those hard catches in double coverage. But he shouldn't, in my opinion, he shouldn't be complaining about anything. But if y'all want Olave in a 3rd round pick, send that boy to you.
Bro, we don't need AJ Brown, bro. We need to start all the way over, bro.
Why wouldn't we need AJ Brown? Bro, you're right. You could not be the GM, bro. I'm right. You could not be the GM. There's no way.
Bro,
why wouldn't we need AJ Brown?
See, if we trade for AJ Brown right now, bro, that doesn't do anything as far as us winning anything big moving forward, bro. At the end of the day, we're not gonna give up a 3rd round for AJ Brown, bro.
Why
and
not?
We're not ready to win for at least another 2 years, probably, bro. Chill. He'll be 30 years old.
In 2 years, AJ Brown is still.
And I don't want a disgruntled wide receiver, bro. You know, hey, look, if you're upset because you're 4-0, bro, that's a problem for me.
Hey, bro. That's the only downside I can see. That's the only downside I can see it. But we brought.
And I love AJ Brown. I do think he's a top 5 receiver. I understand where I think that he's looking. He's a receiver, bro. At the end of the day, he wants the ball. He feels like he's a playmaker. And I'll even throw a little. Maybe y'all gonna be like, X always thinking optimistic. He's always optimistic when it comes to stuff like this. What if they're just trying to throw smoke up so people, may try to play him one-on-one, maybe try to double team, try to get their offense involved with Saquon Barkley. Well, I don't know why they're doing this, because Sal Palantonio is saying he wants to be an Eagle. I don't understand it, why it's coming out. Maybe they're just playing mind games with y'all.
No, I don't understand what you don't understand, X. He wants to be a Philadelphia Eagle. He just wants the ball.
Yeah, I said he wants the ball.
Yeah,
he's a receiver. Every receiver wants the ball.
We threw you the ball 9 times. You caught it twice. I don't want to hear shit from you, bro. You got to shut up.
But, dog, if they double teaming you, bro, come on, man.
Bro.
Well, then that's not cryptic messages towards the Eagles, then. They're targeting you. Like, what else are they supposed to do? AJ Brown is my 2nd favorite receiver behind Mike Evans. I'm a huge fan. I think he's the 3rd best receiver in the game. However, at the end of the day, he should be lucky that he's a Philadelphia Eagle. He could be in Cincinnati right now. He could be in Minnesota right now.
Yeah.
I mean, who's going to throw you the ball there? I mean, do you want 10 targets a game and lose 28-3 on Monday Night Football? I mean, like, I agree. See, even though I'm a fan and he's my 2nd favorite receiver, he needs to shut up. He also needs to be a little more patient. Like, just because you're not getting the ball like crazy and this and that 3 weeks in, that doesn't mean the whole season's going to go that way.
I just don't understand that not getting the ball thing. He is. They're throwing you the ball. Throwing you the ball.
And last week he had 100 yards, 6 catches. Yeah. So it's just.
But they needed him to have that to beat the Rams too.
He's being a drama queen, and he needs to shut up. Just shut up, man, and just be a little more patient. I think these receivers lose their mind a little too early, bro, because it's like we're 3-4 weeks in. It's a 17 game season. Like it could switch like this. So just be a little more patient. You're gonna get the ball. If they're in a 4th and 5 situation where they can't tush push, they're gonna call a play for you. You know, you're the best target they have in those situations. So he's being drama queen and he's shut up. That's all. And I think it will work out. I think he's still gonna get 1,000 yards at the end of this year.
Of course he will.
I just don't get it, bro. I hate when players do that. And he acted like, wasn't you just in Tennessee?
Yep.
But I think that don't get me wrong, I agree with y'all. The only thing I don't agree with y'all saying, I understand the logic. I coach sports. I know what y'all saying. We're winning. Why are you complaining? But you have
But
to
he
look
is
at it
getting
from the athlete's perspective. He feels like he can help the team more offensively because they haven't been great offensively at all. They've been good, but they've struggled somewhat offensively. And I think he feels like if you get the ball in my hands, I can make things. But to C's credit, I know what you're saying. See, he had 9 targets this past week. I get that. He has to catch the ball. I get that. But it's, at the end of the day, it's his offensive coordinator's head coach's job to find ways to get him open. And
I
I can
think
tell
this
you,
is
he wasn't always open in the last game.
I think this is what happened. He was emotional and he sent out that first tweet. Because the following day he sends out a tweet, I love all of y'all. I think the coach or somebody called him and said, bruh, we threw you the ball 9 times, bruh. What are you mad about? What are you mad about? You mad because we didn't throw it to you 10 times? The best you could have did if we threw it to you 10 times is had 3 catches. Because you had already missed 7.
Look on your wall, man. Fame is the worst drug known to man. I'm telling it here, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. At
I
the
just
end of the day, you can win a championship, but it's different when you putting up gaudy numbers. You can kind of poke out your chest a little bit.
Yeah, man. I just don't. He did this after the wrong game. After
Well,
the Cowboys
I
game,
understand what you're
after
saying.
the
I
Cowboys
understand.
game, go ahead and say that. After this game, shut up. Wait till they do it again. You can't say it after this game. I think maybe he's still emotional about that Cowboys game, and he's like, man, here you go again. 2 catches. Man, I ain't got number 2 catches, bro. Y'all gotta throw me the ball. And he ain't even thinking that they threw you the damn ball 9 times, bro. They did not throw you the ball 2 times and you caught both of them. No, they threw it to you 9 times and you missed 7 of them.
History repeats itself, man. This is wide receiver behavior, bro. It's okay. It's okay.
I
It's not
also
okay, but
feel
it's
like
okay.
just based off of what I'm seeing, he's not getting separation either.
And why is that though? That's why you're right.
Like every slant route, the corner's on him. And before he used to get separation.
So you think he lost a step? Are you saying AJ Brown lost a step?
I don't think so, but maybe I just don't think he's putting in 100%.
And look, his main, like I said, I'm always mention Julio Jones with him. And I compare him to Julio Jones directly all the time. Julio Jones, his last two years in Atlanta, he was still getting double coverage, blah, blah, blah. And he wasn't getting all that separation anymore. But he was catching a damn ball. He didn't care. He was still Julio Jones. AJ Brown, you got to do that. You're so big and you're so athletic. You got to go up there and catch the ball. I don't care if you got 2 people on you. That's no longer an excuse for you. That probably hadn't been an excuse for you since 12th grade. You know what I mean? Once you graduated, double coverage wasn't an excuse. You know what I mean? That's why they gave you the big scholarship and they brought you, and you came in, you got to the NFL. Double coverage wasn't an excuse. That's how he made his name. Actually, that's how he made his name in Tennessee with those hard catches. being double covered and going up there looking like Julio Jones. And you can't complain now. That's why we got you here. And he's always done it. I don't see what the problem is now.
Yeah, he's got to get together.
Look at him. Look at y'all. Hey, go ahead. Next topic. Hey, don't disrespect AJ Brown.
Any other topics y'all want to cover? Because I'm ready for the picks if y'all are.
Well,
Injury.
I just want to say winners and losers real quick because CB hating, bro. All right, my biggest loser real quick, y'all, is the Chargers. I know it's not even about they lost. It's not even the fact that they lost. Dog, I picked them to be the best team in the AFC just because I thought that their coaching, I thought they were going to take the next step and Keenan Allen to the mix. But, bro, they are just getting beat up every week, bro, with a new injury. Every single week. And to me, like, we saw what happened with the Chiefs this past week. They finally, they got Xavier Worthy back. They kind of look like the Chiefs a little bit. The Broncos, I mean, they were playing the Bengals, but they were still hitting on all cylinders. I'm concerned about the Chargers, bro. They may not win this division no more. They just everybody. Joe Alt got hurt, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, that's tough.
Well, that
Oh, bro.
changed it all because the Giants' strong suit is their D line.
Right,
And
right.
then as soon as all went down, they kept beating up on Herbert.
Yeah, bro. So like, I'm just concerned just because of all the injuries for the Chargers, and that sucks because I really thought I had high hopes for the Chargers going into this season. But all these injuries are going to catch up to you at some point. It's kind of like the Saints here. See, when you pick the Saints to go far, and the Saints just had injury after injury after injury. I just feel like the Chargers every week they lose somebody, and it's eventually gonna catch up to them. I just hope that they can try to stay healthy. My biggest winner, see, the bad man, Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. But here's why. Lamar Jackson's out for a few weeks. Joe Burrow's gone for maybe this whole season. And the Browns are the Browns, bro. Hey, bro. The Steelers, bro, this is your golden opportunity. They've given you a golden ticket, bro. It's not even about them winning this past week. You've been given a golden ticket. You have pretty much punched your way to the playoffs already, for the most part. Now you got to go out there. Aaron Rodgers is your chance, man, to go get you another Super Bowl. I know, see, I'm not saying they're going to win it. I'm just saying this is his opportunity right here.
They're definitely going to have a home playoff game at least.
Right. Right.
But
that's my winners and losers.
Aaron Rodgers, sorry ass, man. All right, my winner and loser come from the same game. I know y'all probably hate when I do that, but they come from the same game. Winner, Chiefs. They got that swagger back. You know what I'm saying? And I was really surprised to see them playing as well as they did. Even before Lamar went out, it's just that they were dominating the game from the beginning to the end. And it wasn't just your boy being back. It was just they look like the Chiefs. That's all it is to it. They look like the Chiefs. And I know Xavier Worthy came back, gave him 83 yards in the air or whatever, but they look like the Chiefs, bro. It was crazy.
I thought Worthy changed their whole offense.
Yeah, they got the ball to him early with handoffs and stuff too, just using his speed.
But it just opened it up for everyone.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
And I think maybe Andy Reid feels more comfortable calling these type of plays, like different plays. Like I think he called. I think Andy Reid called a better game than he had been calling in the previous weeks as well. Because I was looking at some of the play calling in the earlier games, and I was like, "What is Andy Reid doing?" I'm like, "Well, I know he got people out, but damn, bro, come on, man." But they're my winners, and my losers, for obvious reasons, are the Ravens, bro. You lose your perennial MVP candidate, best player on your team, and now you're dealing with Cooper Rush, bro. It's all bad. It's all bad for the Ravens, bro. This week was terrible for them. Not just the loss, but the loss of Lamar Jackson, and I mean, even with him playing, y'all was getting y'all ass whipped. But imagine what you're gonna do without him. So those are my winners and losers from this week.
All right. I'm going to go with my winner. Man, I'm going to go Seattle. I'm going to go back to that Thursday night
Yeah, because
game.
you slept on them.
They're growing on me slowly. Their defense is really good. Mike McDonald knows what he's doing with the defense. I'm not saying they're going to be special, but if he can get them to the playoffs with this roster, especially offensively, it's impressive. Big division win. Now this weekend they've got another sneaky game against the Bucks. If they can beat the Bucks, the Seahawks will be taken serious. That's for sure. And bruh, my loser is AD Mitchell.
Come on.
Man, Texas Longhorn, now Indianapolis Colt. Bruh, he lost the Colts the game.
You was gonna say that.
Bro, he has yet to score an NFL touchdown, and he catches a great ball, makes a spin move, goes down to score, and he fumbles the ball out of the end zone. I felt terrible for him. It wasn't even that I'm a Colts fan and we lost the game. If we lose, so what? The Rams are a great team, whatever. I just felt like he finally made the biggest play, showed that flash play for us, and then he fumbled. And then after that, the momentum went out, the game. And then Jonathan Taylor busts a long touchdown out, holding on AD Mitchell.
Oh man, yes, was. Oh my God.
And it was unnecessary holding. Like he was all the way to the side. They really had nothing to do with that run. Taylor makes that run regardless. I felt terrible for him, and I hope he mentally can move on from that play because he single-handedly cost the Colts the game. And I felt bad for him. And I hope
with that fumble, it was just carelessness. He went to go reach, trying to showboat
for no reason.
Reached the ball across the goal line, and the ball just slipped out of his hand. It was an amazing catch. It was an amazing
move. Yeah.
I was like, bruh, that was like, and I was watching it. I was cutting my son's hair. I'm watching it. I was like, damn, that was nice. And I turned him around so he could see it. And as I turned him around, he fumbles the ball. He was like, and my son was like, oh yeah, that was a good touchdown. I was like, no, that's a touchback.
Yeah.
that ball came out of his hand before he crossed. And so we both were sitting there looking like, oh my God, bro, this is horrible. And then you're right. Like that following possession was the Jonathan Taylor run, wasn't it?
It was like 2 possessions later, yeah.
Yeah, either way it go, I was still cutting his hair and I watched. I was like, bruh. I said, dog, that was on him too? I was like, dog, if this is preseason, they'd have cut him.
I just hope he doesn't let it get to him mentally. Mm-hmm. And I hope he can keep pushing because I actually think he's a player that could give you a couple big plays in a game. And he finally is getting his chance. And he ruined it. But we'll see what happens. I hope
just throw to Michael Pittman, man. That's my fantasy receiver. Just throw him the damn ball.
He scored.
He did.
Hey, bro. Hey, I'm gonna say this too, bro. Danny Dimes is nice, bro.
Hey, that's my quarterback.
He looks good in the offense.
Hey, bro. He even with that the same one he fumbled on, he put it right there. He put the ball right there. I was like, dog, this dude is nice, bro. It's New York. New York is New York, bro. New York is the big city of dreams, but it's also where your dreams go to die if you're a quarterback and you're not Manning or Sims.
Bro, I scored in an NBS league, bro, like over 100-something points, bro. The one dude I'm playing, bro, scores the most points this week. That's so corny, bro. I swear, nah. I'm 1-3. I'm like the doggone Ravens right now, bro. It's aggravating me right now.
Man, I think I'm 2-2.
Oh man. But
Oh,
just
but
like the Ravens, I'm not done. Oh.
Well, speaking of records, in terms of our NFL records, my brother is first at 17-8. We have a three-way tie. Me, X, and C at 14-11. Or me, sorry.
Not C, Jasper.
Jasper, me, and X. And C is dead last at 11-14. So we're going to start off with the Thursday night game. 49ers at Rams division game. Jasper and Antonio got the Rams.
Hey man, tell that boy to stop copying my pick, bro. I got the Rams as well, bro. I got the Rams. The Niners. I don't know, man. The Niners still have a lot of injuries. Brandon Ayuk still not playing. Christian McCaffrey he's playing well, but I'm still nervous about him. Pearsall got a little nicked up, even though he's balling this year. I want him in all my fantasy leagues, but he's kind of nicked up. Yeah, I got the Rams, bro. Puka Nakua, bro. I think that AJ Brown's looking at Puka and be like, God damn, why can't I just get targets like that?
He's got
man, you got 9 different targets, bro.
He's got 40 catches in 4 games this year.
Bro, that's insane, dog.
Especially on a team that has Devontae Adams on the other side.
Right, bro. Hey, bro. If you're a wide receiver, bro, you like, yeah, I want to go play with Matthew Stafford, bro.
If you're not Puka, you don't.
Well, no, I'm saying like if every number one receiver Matthew Stafford had, bro, them dudes put up gaudy numbers, bro.
Yeah, man. Cooper Kupp probably sitting there like, man, got me in Seattle, bro.
Hey, Seattle straight, man. Watch your mouth.
They not throwing it to him.
You're right. You're right.
Nah, but
you got the Niners, bro. Chill.
Hell, I don't. I got the Rams, bro. I got the Rams, man. Them boys not ready yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Bro, I hate when we all pick the same team, bro.
Hey, I was the only one that picked Arizona last week, so I was pissed when they lost. I got the Rams, man. The Niners are too beat up. Too beat up. They're the NFC Ravens. They're too beat up. I got the Rams. All right, next matchup, Broncos at Philadelphia. Antonio and Jasper got the Eagles.
Bruh, they so whack, bro. Oh my God. I got the Eagles, bro. Even though I like the Broncos, I just think that it's all smoke and mirrors. The Eagles are gonna be fine. AJ Brown, Saquon Barkley. They even doing new things with the tush push, bro. Like they giving how are you supposed to stop this 4th and 1, 4th and 2 stuff if you don't even know where they're gonna hit you from? I just think they got too much firepower on that offense. Their defense is still good. Their special teams makes plays. I got the Eagles, man, at home. If it was in Denver, I would take Denver.
Bro, it's funny that you mentioned they doing the new stuff with the tush push. I'm so surprised that it took them this long to fake and roll out and do a pass, bro. It's been, 2 years?
Well, I want to say done a pass, but the Saquon Barkley touchdown this week, they act like they was gonna go push, and they just gave it to Saquon Barkley.
The Saquon play I've seen before because they did it a couple years ago to DeAndre Swift, but I never saw the shovel pass with it yet.
Yeah.
That
was something I'm like, dog. It's I like the Eagles. I just hate to pick them because I know they're gonna lose one of these games.
Well, pick the Broncos.
I don't think the Broncos are the one to do it though. They haven't shown me that they're reliable enough for me to pick it, and they're not playing at home. The Eagles at home. I'm taking the Eagles.
But we can't all pick the same team, bro.
All right, I agree with X. If Denver was at home, I'd actually pick Denver. Patrick Surtain versus AJ Brown. We'll see what kind of cryptic messages come after this game. Because they come out win or lose. But I'm gonna go with the Eagles at home. I've got to go with them at home. All right, next game. Bucks at the Seahawks. Jasper and Antonio got the Bucks.
Finally, we disagree. I got the Seahawks, bro. Bucky Irvin may not play this week. He's iffy. Mike Evans nicked up. Godwin came back, but he's not 100%. I don't believe. I think he's getting there, but he's not there yet. Ibuka's a monster, though. I will give him that. He is a monster, and Baker's a monster. But I got the Seahawks at home, man. I think the Seahawks are on to something. JSN, I think he's second in yardage right now as far as receivers is concerned, right behind Puka Nakua. And Cooper Cup is there. I like what I'm Kenneth Walker. They got a nice squad. And Sam Darnold. I got the Seahawks.
I got the Seahawks too, bro.
Wow.
For everything it just said, I do believe Baker still puts up good numbers. Ibuka gives his thing. I just don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough not going into Seattle where that 12th man is going to be going crazy. So I'm and Big Sam Darnold out there slanging the ball like he did in Minnesota last year during the regular season. So I'm going to Seattle. They have made me believers.
Okay. I'm going Seattle as well.
Wow.
The Bucks are good. They're just not the same without Mike Evans.
Yeah.
They need Mike Evans. He's out. Bucky Irving's questionable. Plus Seattle's at home. I just have no reason to pick the Bucks in my opinion this week. So I'm going with Seattle. All right. Next game, we've got an interesting one. Washington at the Chargers.
Jay Daniels, bro. What they got? What they picked?
They lost this past week to Atlanta, and
No, I'm
Jaden
saying
Daniels.
who Tony and franchise got?
Oh, my bad. Antonio's got the Chargers, and Jasper's got Washington.
Oh, of course, they both picked that team. That team. Jasper's representing Washington, and okay, man, I would have picked the Chargers if they were healthy. I told you, I think the Chargers was gonna go like 11-0 to start, but man, the Chargers so beat up, man. They're so beat up. But the Commanders haven't looked good.
Well, they're beat up too.
Right. But I think that Daniels is going to play. I think Scary Terry plays this week. I'm going to take the Chargers because they're at home, and I like what I saw from Amari and Hampton this past week. But, man, I'm not confident. I'm not going to lie. This one, I never flip-flop for the most part since we've been doing it this year. I may flip back to them if Jaden Daniels and McLaurin play for sure. I'll let you know before the artwork comes out.
All right. If JD5 plays, I'm with them. I'm with them 100%. And that's if McLaurin plays or not. But if Jaden Daniels plays, I got them. If not, we're going the other way with it, man. Even though Mariota has played well, Mariota, yeah, he's a really good backup, and he's really the perfect backup for that team.
Mm-hmm.
But the Chargers are banged up, and I think Jaden would have to miss for the Chargers to win. I think Herbert goes crazy though. I think Herbert goes crazy. Him and Keenan Allen. If you have one of those Charger receivers starting.
All right. Tricky game. Both teams are beat up. I'm just gonna in these cases, I just go with the home team. I've got the Chargers. They bounced back from last week, but I think this is also going to be another tough, ugly game. I was not surprised that they lost to Giants once Alt was hurt because I was like, bruh, that's too much to overcome. So we will see this week. I'm not doing the international game, Vikings, Browns. Stop it. Let's go Sunday night game. we're doing the Pats at the Bills division game.
Hey, low key, man, Drake May has been, hey, bro, he's been really good this year. Like I know, stat for stat with Josh Allen, they're like right there with each other. I think Drake May actually has like a little bit better stats. But I'm gonna go with the Bills. The Bills are, if we was doing power rankings, the Bills and the Eagles would be right there, 1 and 2, depending on who you ask. But yeah, I got the Bills in this. They're at home. There's no reason for me to pick the Patriots.
Come on, man. The Bills the best team in football right now, bro. Why would I go anywhere else? I'm going Bills.
Okay. They went Bills. I'm going Bills as well. You have to go with the Bills in this case. They look like maybe the best team in the league. So division game though, so it could be interesting, but I've got the Bills. All right, Monday night game. We've got the Chiefs and the Jags, and both of them had the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta use um your
It
knowledge
is
of
in
what
Jacksonville.
but you gotta use your knowledge of what you've seen of Kansas City over these past few years. It's Patrick Mahomes, especially coming off of what we just saw. Had they lost to Baltimore, maybe I'm taking the Jaguars because I'm like, oh, the Chiefs are cooked. But Xavier Worthy back, like y'all said, it opens up so much for that offense. Hollywood Brown scored. He opened up, they just have, and then Kelsey should be back. I don't know. I just like the Chiefs. And I do hear see. I'm hearing that the Saints are entertaining trading Kamara to the Chiefs.
I am too.
I've heard that. I've heard it. I think that we should do it.
I don't think we should. I think we probably ought to. The way they played Kendre Miller this week,
Right, exactly.
I think that they think he might end up being a Chief, bro.
That would be a great fit.
I think so too.
I hate to see it, bro.
Man, if he wins the Super Bowl, you're gonna be happy for him, bro.
Who?
I'm gonna be happy for him. I can say this, and I'm not even going for the Chiefs no more. Like, I mean, I don't hate the Chiefs like Yvonne does. But
I don't hate them. I'm just tired of them.
If Alvin Kamara gets traded to the Chiefs, I was all Bengals. Burrow's out. I'm going for the Chiefs. I want Alvin Kamara to get a ring.
Bro, I can't say I would be happy for him. I was happy when Ricky Jackson got his ring with the 49ers and Torrey Cook as well.
Right.
But historically, I haven't been happy when teams like I wasn't happy for Zach Bond. Fuck Zach Bond. I didn't care.
But he ain't he's not a legend for the Saints. Like
right. And I just don't believe. I mean, you're a legend. You need to stay here. Die with us. Let's go.
Nah, man, we gotta let my dog breathe. Hey, I need to be the Saints GM, man. Bro, he gotta go.
No, you don't, bro. You would have traded Kamara 5 years ago, bro. I don't know, bro.
No, hey, Yvonne, if I had traded 3 years ago, we'd have been straight by now. Like, we paying him for what? We tried. It's like what?
It's not his fault.
I'm not blaming him. I'm saying we're trying. Like, no, we're not ready to win. Why are we keeping him?
Because he won.
But I got the Chiefs.
No, bro.
Man, if it was up to Steve, Drew Brees would still be a stink.
And he'd be a better quarterback than we got right now.
But Spencer Rattler is straight. Y'all sleep.
Yeah, but I still.
I'm tired of hearing that. He needs to win a damn game.
Bro, you a hater, bro.
Bro, he's 0-10.
Check with us Monday.
He's 0-10.
Check with us
I don't
Monday.
care if you look straight quarters 1 through 3. Go win me a game.
Oh, man.
Hey, bro. Like I said, he's not losing us games. That's what I'm proud of.
He's not winning you any either.
Hey, like I said, it's not him. It's not him. He's not developed enough to go win us those games that we're losing. So give him time to develop and he'll be fine. But
this week, Yvonne, he's gonna give you one. Woo-hoo!
Yeah.
Y'all better hope y'all beat the Giants. I don't see another win on there.
Man, but who got Chiefs and who?
Chiefs and Jags.
Duval.
Yeah, man. I ain't going back and forth with you. Yeah, bro. I'm going Jacksonville. Let's go. I'm going Jacksonville. Let me borrow that letter X.
Where you wild? You wild. Do it, Yvonne. Pick him. Pick him.
I got the Chiefs. Look, too much experience. They finally got it going this week, so I have to believe it's going to continue. If Jacksonville did win this game, we got to obviously take them serious. I hope Brian Thomas wakes up for my fantasy team. And I think Brian Thomas needs to have a crazy game in order to win this game. But I've got the Chiefs. Just too much experience. I like what I saw out of them getting Worthy back and open up their whole offense. And next week they're going to get, or 2 weeks from now, they're going to get Rashee Rice back. So the Chiefs are about to get going here right at the right time. I've got the Chiefs, and so does everyone but C.
Let me ask y'all a question. Fantasy football question. All right. Matchup based. I got Bo Nix, who's playing Philly this week. I got Trevor Lawrence, who's playing Kansas City this week. And I got Big Spencer Rattler, who's playing the Giants this week. Who should I start?
Bo Nix.
I was going to say, oh, man.
I would start Bo Nix.
I would start Rattler. I think that the Giants D line is tough, but the Saints have to get one damn game, bro.
Bro, you wild. Ain't no way I would start Trevor Lawrence then Rattler. You wild. Rattler? Oh hell no!
You think the Saints are gonna win? How?
Hey, I'm not even guaranteed a win. We might lose. I'm just saying.
And you're at home, right?
The Broncos are gonna have to put up points to beat the Eagles. They're gonna have to put up points to beat the Eagles.
But I don't think they're gonna put up points. I think
I just think Bo Nix, you're not factoring in the fact that he can run. He can score running the ball too. You don't have to even just throw it. So I always lean towards the guy that can run over the guy that can throw. That's why Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, you want those guys in fantasy because they can run the football on top of throwing it. So yeah, I would go Bo Nix. It's not even a question for me.
Spencer Rattler can run too.
Yeah, no, not again. That he's gonna be running for his life in that.
I'm going Knicks.
Hey, listen to your boy. Hey, Yvonne don't play fantasy, bro. Yvonne gambles. That's what he does. I play fantasy, bro.
Nah, man. I'm actually, like I said, that the thing that swayed me was the Knicks. They're gonna be throwing the ball a lot, and Knicks is gonna be running a lot.
Yeah,
so I just think, but I do think Spencer Rattler's gonna have a good game this week.
I hope so, bro. I hope the Saints get a win, bro. I don't want us to be, bro. If we don't win a game this year, bro.
Yeah, 5, bro. We're gonna get 5.
No, I gotta see Yvonne weekly, dog, on here. If we don't
win
a game,
y'all are gonna win a game though, because y'all are at least competitive. So y'all gonna get somebody.
Hey, bro, see if we don't win a game this season. Hey, we gotta show up with bags on our hand for the show.
Hey, next 3 weeks, the Saints got the Giants, Pats, and Bears. Y'all got to get one, bro.
Bro.
3-0.
Oh, here we go. See, that's what I'm talking about. Why?
I think you'll get Carolina once, and you're gonna lose to the Pats. See, the Pats are actually solid. They're better coached. Their quarterback's better. I think they have a better roster, and the game's it's in New Orleans, but yeah.
Let's go.
I don't think any of those things are true.
I'm a true Saints fan, bro. See, and don't do.
What is not true, bro? Drake May is more proven than Rattler. Vrabel's been to the AFC title game with freaking Ryan Tannehill.
And he got fired.
Yeah, because they're idiots. They're idiots.
Hey, so we're going out with shout outs now. I know Yvonne gotta go to bed, man. Yvonne gotta work in the morning just like we do, see.
Yeah, man.
But let me give my final take, bro, before I give my shout outs. You know, when I looked at Drew Allen, I tried to talk myself into Josh Allen. But I'm gonna be honest with you. After watching him again this weekend, I went back to the Notre Dame game and I was like, bro, who does he really remind me of? And I'm not saying it's a bad dude won a Super Bowl. I'm about to say I see Joe Flacco just with a little bit more mobility than Joe Flacco. I see more Flacco than Allen. He's not Josh Allen. Like, make no mistake about it. He's not Josh Allen. Do I think he can still win the national championship? Yes. Do I think he can win the Heisman? Probably not. The Heisman is probably done for Drew Allen. Now, if he beats Ohio State, then I know that kind of opens up things for him. But I just want to say he reminds me more of a Flacco than he does a Josh Allen. Just a little bit more mobile than Joe Flacco. But that's my final take. I hope that Drew Allen proves me right as far as winning a national championship. I am rooting for Penn State. If LSU don't win, see, of course it's always LSU over everything. Because I mean, I love LSU. Shout out to them. But shout out to y'all, man. Hey, I know I played myself last week on the college picks. I think I'm gonna shake back this week. I think I'm gonna do pretty well. I didn't copy y'all picks because I picked my games before y'all, so I don't want to hear that. I'm gonna do well in the NFL. That's just what I do. And shout out to my family, bro. All my family, man. My daughter has a game tomorrow in volleyball. I don't know if you're busy, see if you want to come check her out. You know, she'll be over here. I think it's over here. Or it might be in Arca. I'll let you know. I'll text you. But we have a
Okay.
game tomorrow. And trade me something, see?
All right. I'm gonna sing you something. All right, man. Let me go ahead and knock mine out. Last minute shout outs. I always go to my family, Hunter Morgan, Tori, Christian Lee, and Edward. Daddy, love y'all. I'll see you in just a second. To my beautiful wife, Latricia, I love you too. I'll see you in just a second. And to my Pap babies, Marcel Carter Bryant and Azaria Grace Bryant. Pap, love y'all. I see y'all in just a second, even if it's just on my screensaver. And everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all too. We're going to catch y'all next week when I smack these boys around and teach them a little bit more about sports. Peace. Boot up or shut up.
All right. Shout out to you boys. Another great show. Y'all's teams lost this week and y'all had to come on the show. Hopefully it's not 2 straight weeks like that
Your
because that
team
would be bad.
lost too. Calm down.
Hey, the Colts gonna beat the Raiders. Texas gonna beat the Gators, and we gonna be back on this show happy. Woohoo! See y'all next week.
Peace.
Boot up or shut up.